y'all. What's great? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild, and I have my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us any closer. One of the best photographers in the world, co-host of the show, my brother Santana. Say something to the people.
Was good. Down for episode 59. I had to do some. We gotta give a thumbs up to my boy Ash. Episode 59 was fire. Definitely go tune into that. You know what I'm saying? But we on episode 60 right now. You know what I'm saying? The big 6-0. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's just get right into it. You feel me? You already know how we do, son. Shout out to the chat. As always, the chat is live in effect. You know how we get it. Rowan Jack, appreciate you. You already know, you know what I'm saying? Lisa, most Beth, appreciate you. Winter in the building, you know what I'm saying? Ash, it's on you, baby. Let's get it.
Let's get it. So, y'all, it's been an interesting day. You know, right before I got on live, I got a whole bunch of like, yo, what's hot? I was like, yo, let's put a pin in that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit y'all back. I'm about to go on live. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all though. You feel me? So just tap in. You know what I'm saying? So it's popping. It's the 6th episode.
You gotta save it.
Huh?
You got you tell them you gotta save that.
You gotta put, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put the pin in the joint. You know what I'm saying? Just put the pin in it real quick, and I'll be back. But in the meantime, between time, tap into the live. Is the 60th episode. You know what I'm saying? We don't get a lot. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of series that ain't never got a 60th episode, and we busting. And you know what I'm saying? And we breaking ground here. You know what I'm saying? 60.
We here.
You feel me? Lovecraft Country didn't even get 60 episodes.
And that was phenomenal.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. All right, let's get it popping, y'all. Let's get it popping. You already know the first segment of the night is my bad, tongue tied. Popular opinions. This segment is brought to you by OUV Records. Y'all see it up there. You can go to the Instagram at OUV Records right now. The label motto is create, document, and inspire. Stay in tune to the latest music and merchandise. Got that merchandise. You know, we got that merchandise. Woo! And we're very close to that 5,000 subscribers. We get to the 5,000 subscribers. And we're very close, by the way. At random, you get some merch.
Send that through, man. Send it to the P.O. box. You know what I'm saying?
Feel me? Get your gear right. You know what I'm saying? Summertime. Get summertime fine.
Let them know they unclogging the pipeline. It's gonna get to the pipeline right now. You know what I'm saying?
No straight alloys, no chrome. There's no way you get chrome. All alloys.
No way. Son.
Ain't no way.
Sunjet, baby. Any way you want to fly, baby. All leather seats.
You know what I'm saying? None of the macchiato beige. You can't get that macchiato beige. You know what I'm saying? You can't get the macchiato, you heard? Can't get that. You know what I'm saying? Got to get this right here. You know what I'm saying? All mesh seats. You know what I'm saying? You'll be all mesh. You know what I'm saying? All right, first question of the night. If you needed a power forward in the NBA all time, who are you taking on this list? All healthy, all in their prime. Number 1, Kevin Garnett. Number 2, Anthony Davis. Number 3, Chris Webber. Number 4, Sean Kemp. Who y'all taking? Who you going with, bro?
No, I'm going with Kevin Garnett.
You said that real quick, bro. You said that real quick. Why are you going with Kevin Garnett?
You said prime.
Prime.
Ain't no better than Kevin Garnett. Prime Kevin Garnett.
Ain't no better than KG. Kevin Garnett is the only MVP on this list. I have to add that. But as great as Garnett is overall, I'm going to have to go with, because they said, who would you take, right? Pause. Kevin Garnett is somebody I would want on my team. Offensive player, defensive player, high energy. he's straight hood gutter. He bring that energy on some like
all that.
Yo, F them over there is all
Yeah. Facts.
you know what I'm saying?
Them cats over there is our enemies. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what I'm saying? And if they get out of line, I'm snuffing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Off rip.
So shout out to KG. KG tells the story where he was about to get Scottie Pippen shot while he was in high school. Yeah, this is a real story. They not to go off a tangent, y'all, but Scottie Pippen went to the run. You know what I'm saying? And at that big run, they had MJ, Scottie playing, and they needed another man. Isaiah Thomas invited Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett was only like 16, 17. And of course, KG is 6'11". So you're going to get the big man, pause. You know what I'm saying? So MJ was like, yo, bring the young kid in. I want to see him. The young kid. Yeah, you guard Scottie. And so he said Scottie slapped the ball like, yo, give me the ball. I got this little nigga on me. He said when he did that, KG went into his crazy mode. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he tells the story, and when he make his shot, he get his get back. He was like, "Nigga, you know who I am behind these niggas kill you in here, nigga." And then they just messed up the whole run. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We got to kill the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to KG. But me personally, as big a fan I am of KG, I gotta go with Chris Webber. Chris Webber is my guy. Gotta go with Chris Webber. Prime Chris Webber. He come down the court, passing like he magic, or he gonna throw it on you or catch your alley. Great offensive player, defensive player, just like KG. He went to trash teams and turned them nice. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I'm going with Chris Webber. They going with both. Actually, I'm seeing Chris Webber and KG in the chat. Oh, shout out to my boy TJ in the building. You already know the vibes. Episode 60. Can you believe it? But yeah. So like I said, I'm going with Chris Webber. You went with KG. The rest of the world agreed with you, bro. At 39%, they went with Kevin Garnett.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? KG is a hell of a player, but I just went with Chris Webber because I liked his game. Like I said, he inside, outside, pause, defensive, offense. He carried that same energy too. Like what?
Especially when he was on the Kings, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With Mike Bibby and them, you know what I'm saying? They
He
had a
brought
hell of a run.
the keep it funky. Before Chris Webber got to Sacramento, Sacramento was cool, but they didn't have no gully. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
They
Chris
had
Webber.
what was his face before they traded him? The other white boy and shit. He was nice. Williams or some shit, right?
Jason Williams.
Yeah. He was all
Yeah.
right, but you know what I mean, coaching, staff, they understand what type of player he was. He up out of there. Then Bibby and them came through.
Yeah.
This, you know what I'm saying? Divac, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's Doug Christie, you know what I'm saying? What was the other cat? Dark skinned nigga, but he had bungees though. Short dude, bald head.
You talking about Bobby Jackson?
Bobby Jackson. You know what I'm saying? That squad was nasty. You know what I'm saying? Chris Webber was nice on that squad. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, as nice as Jason Williams was, he wasn't no goon. Like, you know what I'm saying? They brought in goons, bro. Like,
some goons for the Kings. You know what I'm saying? For niggas to rep Kings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then before he got to Sacramento, Chris Webber was on the ultimate Goody Goo squad. So he was on Washington. So his team, you had Rod Strickland, Goon. You had Jawan Howard, Goon. Chauba Chaney, a Goon. Then you had Rasheed Wallace, Goon. Like, yo, he was just straight thuggy. Like, so.
What team you talking about?
This was the team before Chris Webber went to Sacramento. He was on Washington. This was
Washington. Okay.
This is when they went by the Bullets. And,
yeah.
Yo, that five was straight goony goo. Like, yo, it's too much goonage over here. We gotta trade these niggas. None of the
First of all, the away team had to make sure they bags was tucked because they win. They had to be up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Bullet squad was terrible, son. That was a terrible franchise, son.
But yo, they were straight goody goo though. You know what I'm saying? They had straight.
Facts.
Yo, nobody that was in that five stayed on the team. All these dudes got traded because they was head cases, bro. So Yo, but I miss them days though. That you know what I'm saying? I miss the personality of those teams though. Shout out to Dog Lover from Louisiana. Yo, shout out to Louisiana, man.
Shout out to Louisiana. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that love. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We always on. All right, moving on to our next question. If you was recasting the Black Panther movie, who would you recast with? Number one, Mahershala Ali. Number two, Damus Idris. Number three, Michael Jai White. Four, Woody McClain.
Who's Woody McClain again?
Woody McClain, he plays Bobby Brown. He plays Kanan on not Kanan. He plays Kane on
Kane.
Power. The Power, well, Power Book 2. Well, the one with the sun.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go with Damson Idris. Only reason because he's the younger out of all of them. I feel as though like physicality to perform the physical attributes to play Black Panther, he'd be the best one because I seen him in another movie where he had to be physical, and I seen like okay, he could get the training, he could do martial Ali. It's like I feel like he's too tall, too lanky. It just won't work. You know what I'm saying? But Damson Idris, I feel that would work. Kane, the other character that played Kane, the other actor, I don't know. I'm gonna just go with Dempson. You know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah,
he has more prevalent work as far as outside of like series content is concerned. You know what I'm saying? Like he has like movies. You feel me?
yeah,
So that's why I would go with him. Like in Marshall Ali, only because I haven't seen like do any like physical like scrapping and like
yeah,
movies with physical.
yeah.
I can give it to him. I'm not taking away from his acting prowess, no, but the physical aspect of playing back Black Panther and making it believable for me as him being the actor doing it, I'm gonna go with Damson for this one.
Okay. And, here's the thing, right? With Mahershala, he played Cottonmouth in the Luke Cage, and it looked more real playing Cottonmouth because it was more like street type vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like them type of mechanics. I don't know if he'll be able to pull off the Black Panther mechanics, if that makes sense. Like street fighting is different from comic book fighting, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like making it like the mannerism. That's why I feel like Mahershala couldn't pull off Blade, in my opinion. But he has the look of Blade, but I don't think he can pull off Blade. But in this particular role, I agree with you about Mahershala. But he's a great actor, though. All the screen work will be impeccable, in my opinion. You know, um, I think who would get it down the easiest as far as physicality, look, even though he's a little older, I would have to say Michael Jai White because he's physically looks like the Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? And he's not an old man. He's not he's not Sylvester Stallone and what you call him Sylvester Stallone and on.
I feel like he could play like an older version of the Panther, like, or maybe if they like did like a prequel series or some shit where they played a ancestor, you know what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
would be the perfect character for that. Since they doing multiversal shit with Marvel anyway, then you
right.
could do like some prequel where you're doing some where he's portraying an ancestor
Yeah,
of T'Challa. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because he
yeah,
definitely
yeah,
has the build, he definitely has the acting prowess, he can pull it off. He got all of it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But
yeah,
actually playing T'Challa, not so much. But he could play up Black Panther role or be in the movie Black Panther. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Sure.
yeah. But I would again. I agree with you wholeheartedly, especially if they was to cast him as like his father, if that makes sense. Like or Bashinga, because the Bashinga was the first Black Panther. So if they really want to go younger, I'm gonna have to agree with the chat with Woody McClain. Even though I think Damson Edgers do more work screen wise, but it's something about that physicality that also has to be like authenticated and really, you know what I mean. I haven't seen him be like active like that. I've seen Woody McClain get be active in the stuff that he has done. So I'm gonna go with Woody McClain overall, even though I think Michael Jai White will have the easiest way, around it because of his, active prowess, and he's naturally into the arts. So in the chat, they funny in the chat. They, of course, they say it's Terry Crews.
With the Terry Crews.
Yeah, it's always Terry Crews in there talking about Muhammad Ali. Don't be ridiculous, y'all. So the rest of the world, they went. They agree with you again, bro. At 43%, Damson Idris at 43% say that they will recast him as the new Black Panther. That's dope. Like I said, these are no bad choices. This is like the creme de la creme of the short list of who will play the next Black Panther.
Right.
So yeah, yeah. All right, so moving on. Best hip hop dance on this list. Best hip hop dance on this list. Number one, Soldier Boy, Superman That Hoe dance. Number two, Pop Smoke Woo dance. Number three, 2 Millie Rock dance. Number four, Filthy Frank Harlem Shake dance.
Damn.
Tough. That's tough. So you
I'm,
answered
I'm
quick before.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna showcase my age here, and I'm gonna have to go with the Harlem Shake because when the Harlem Shake came out and you was in a house party, I done seen buddies lost they dime over a Harlem Shake, dude, and it was bad, son.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is before social media, so there wasn't no cameras to replay. But I'm telling you, chat, it was bad, son. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I
yeah.
done seen buddies walk in there with their girls and leave with no shorties, son. All thinking they could battle somebody else in a Harlem Shake battle rap, and it was over, son. You done lost everything, son. So for me, growing up, watching, seeing Harlem Shaking come into fruition as a kid, yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. But I didn't. We was already older by the time all these other dances came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a different way of how those dances came as opposed to when we was growing up when the Harlem Shake came out. You know what I'm saying? So for
Yo,
me, it just I'm gonna go with that Harlem Shake.
the Harlem Shake changed the game. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It changed the game. Like everybody in the generation was doing it from little.
Oh, and I forgot to even mention the fact that we didn't even have social media. We seen the dance in the hood.
Yeah,
Then we see the dance happening in videos.
yeah, yeah. Not to mention NFL games, NBA games. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It blew up.
I'm saying,
That's a fact, son.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Harlem Shake changed the game. It had people who was fly, people who was dancers. Everybody was doing the Harlem Shake. Um, it was something about that Millie Rock though. It's
Yeah,
something.
the Millie Rock is nice. You know what I'm saying?
The Millie Rock is just so fire to me, bro. Um, Pop Smoke Wu Dance is so smooth, like you know what I'm saying. Ain't nothing like catching a little.
It's just so much goose sauce on this list. It's just
Yo,
there's so much sauce on it, son.
bad saucy, like yo. It's something about that dance. It's like you telling them when you do busting it and women look at you. It's like that come to me dance. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, with that little with the bop to it. I'll go to a club after this and hit the bop with that. Like who that? You know who I am, so I play it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
That Soldier Boy. When the Soldier Boy came out, I'm not gonna lie, that dance wasn't for me.
It just
it never hit for me. Like, but
it was a light wave, but for everybody else, it was a major splash. But it was just a light. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, maybe because we from New York City. In New York City, it didn't hit us like that, but when we went to other places, it was up. So I give props to it. Obviously, the name, is on this list because it's you know what I'm saying. It was a wave, like a big wave, but it wasn't swaggy enough for New York City. Like
Nah.
you can't bust no Superman that hoe and get the biddies. Like it ain't swaggy. You feel me? Like, let's keep it a bean here. Like, so me personally, like, yo, I rocks with the
That's what
Harlem.
it's 3 goose sauce on there and 1 ant. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I rocks with the Harlem Shake, but ain't nothing like the Pop Smoke Woo that, cause it just like you just said, it's just just mad swaggle on that dance, bro. It's easy and it's just fly. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I like that fly, you know what I'm saying? But the rest of the world, they went with Millie Rock at 35%. Not
Can't be
mad Not mad at that because it's a mix of both worlds. It got that fly. You know what I'm saying? You could do your own thing to the Millie. That's what makes the Millie Rock popping because you go bust the original and then you could go into something completely that's yours. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
yo, shout out to these artists that came up with dope dances. All these dances ring out, but Millie Rock won at 35%. At 35%.
Can't
They,
be
yeah,
can't be mad.
they killing me in the chat talking about the Macarena.
Nobody's doing the Macarena.
the whipping that Nene. The whipping Nene was kind of tough though. The whipping Nene that was like the only dance I've ever seen like athletes like get on point was the whipping Nene. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, the whipping and Nene, both dances. I seen them bust it out. Richard Combe used to do a crazy Nene. I'm not even gonna hold you. John Wall, you come on the court busting it.
Oh yeah. Facts. Yeah, I remember.
So shout out to John Wall. All right, moving on. Next question. Which Nintendo game was a better time? Number one, Paperboy. Number two, Duck Hunt. Number three, Tetris. Number four, Miss Pac-Man.
For me, it has to be Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt
Bro,
was just too lit, huh? So you gotta think about getting a Nintendo system and for the first time and then having the gun with it. It's just like, yo, this at that time, that was like the future.
my brother brought that joint home. He was like, yo, I'm like, so you telling me I get to squeeze? Pause. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just letting off. He like, yo, you got aim first, B. I'm like, nah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Duck Hunt I agree with you on that. Duck Hunt was popping. They going with Paperboy in the chat. I have to go with Duck Hunt as well. Even though Tetris was low key fire, bro. I mess with Tetris. I'm going with Duck Hunt. My brother went with Duck Hunt. They going with Paperboy in the chat. The rest of the world, I'm not shocked here. They went with Miss Pac-Man at 41%. That lead was kind of sizey too. Pause.
Yeah.
You know, but all these games was a good time. Paperboy was a hella fire time. It was a hella fire time. You know what I'm saying?
They
I
should have threw Dirt Bike on that list.
Dirt bike was alright.
Dirt
Dirt
Bike was
alright.
alright. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like, yo, when we used to get games, bro, that shit just changed the outlook, like just of our life. Like I'm here. I'm here. I ain't worried about nothing over there. That was like our Hashitashi, like the episode of Martin, like Hashitashi. Like, yo, that was our Hashitashi, the new video games, bro.
That's a fact. Still to this day, it's my leave me alone. Let me play this new game. Chill. Don't bother me. You know what I'm saying?
July 19th. July 19th.
Don't bother me.
I'm telling y'all now. Y'all might get this damn podcast July 19th because I'm trying to win a national championship with Duplicitous as my quarterback with Flatbush University, okay? I'm going to be locked in.
And my QB going to be left-handed. You know what I'm saying?
Left hand. You heard? With the specs. You're going to rock specs. You're going to rock the tuck pants. Yeah, we getting it cracking, yo. Pause. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be popping. And I got news. They some new news just yesterday. So I got some new news update for that game. All right, last question on popular opinions. Best Western movie on this list. Best Western movie on this list. Number 1, Tombstone. Number 2, Django. Number 3, The Harder They Fall. Number 4, Wyatt Earp. And Django Unchained, not the original Django.
Shit. I mean, Django Unchained is the only one I really seen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't really watched Tombstone too tough. You know what I'm saying? And Wyatt Earp, nah. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the only one I really watched.
You didn't see The Harder They Fall?
What's The Harder They Fall? Is that that's the one the Netflix joint, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did see that one. All right. So, all right. Fuck. That shit was better than, damn, that shit. Ugh.
That was tough. That was top tier.
That shit was top tier. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with Harder They Fall, son. That shit was top tier. Excuse me.
That joint was hard body. I'm seeing Tombstone. I'm seeing Quick and the Dead. Quick and the Dead was good. I'm seeing
on the list though.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Wyatt Earp. Wyatt Earp was popping. I believe Tombstone was about Wyatt Earp, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look that up real quick.
That New York air, man. Shit.
mad dust
and particles in the joint. I need to go back to that crisp, clean air. You know what I'm saying?
You can taste the air. Tastes good. You know what I'm saying? Taste the air. I'm gonna have to go with Tombstone because Tombstone and Wyatt Earp, it's 2 separate movies, but Tombstone was about Wyatt Earp, and that Tombstone movie was just so popping where they go into the town and the brothers is just trying to make some money, and then they start caking. But now the older brother got a better plan. He want to take this shit.
He got a better plan now?
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Kurt Russell, like, yo, just stick to the money. Like, what you doing, bro? You feel me? Everybody ended up getting bodied.
No, everybody couldn't eat. Everybody couldn't be happy.
You know what I'm saying? We all can be happy making this money. You feel me? Yo, Tombstone. I'm going with Tombstone. Tombstone was popping. The only thing about Tombstone that was a little ridiculous was Val Kilmer's character that played Doc Holliday. This man is like 95% dead, bro, and pulling up to the battle, just bodying niggas. Like, mind you, he got like bad kidneys and like everything is shut down because he drink mad alcohol. And he just pull up, and he's halfway dead, and he pulling up. So man, ridiculous.
Just done busting on everybody, Paul, huh?
Bro, and he halfway alive, and when he walks into the joke, niggas is nervous. I'm like, yo, son, like he's halfway dead, bro. Like, what are we doing? So, yo, crazy. So I'm gonna still go with Tombstone because it was still popping. You know what I'm saying? It was still popping. You went with The Harder They Fall, which was a hard, that was a hard body movie, top tier acting, action, the whole nine. The rest of the world went with Django at 34%. At 34%. Yeah, Yashir. Yeah, you need to get up out of here. We don't tolerate that type of energy, sir. So have a nice night. All right. But yeah, so you have Django at 34% for that particular one. All right, moving on to our next segment. Our next segment is Hollywood Needs to Ask Us. Hollywood Needs to Ask Us. The segment is brought up because there's a lot of trash movies in Hollywood, and they need to ask us for the dope ideas. So, what you got for us today, bro?
Chat. I don't know if y'all know personally, but I love documentaries or movies about scamming, and I feel that Hollywood has done us a disservice by not creating a movie about the greatest scammer of all time. We talking about the
Oh, my bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. I was trying to remove someone from the chat, and I end up removing my brother. My bad, bro.
uh,
I was trying to remove somebody from the chat, and I hit by accident, bro. That was a mistake. But go ahead though.
yeah. So what was I saying?
Yeah,
Oh,
ask us.
yeah, Hollywood needs to create a movie about the greatest scammer and the greatest con artist and the greatest swindler that ever lived.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about your man Charles Ponzi.
Charles Ponzi, you heard?
I need a movie about Charles Ponzi because that's where you get the Ponzi scheme from
Mm-hmm.
Charles Ponzi. He's an
Mm-hmm.
Italian stallion, Italian American who came into the country and just was all in his scamming way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I need Martin Scorsese to direct this film. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I need Timothy Chalamet to be played the young Charles Ponzi. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And possibly I need old George Clooney playing the old Charles Ponzi, him probably looking back on his life and his, you know what I'm saying, his choices that he made and reminiscing and I feel Martin Scorsese directed film because he does great work with this type of stuff. So a Charles Ponzi scheme, a Charles Ponzi movie would be fucking excellent if they did that, John. You know what I'm saying? We need that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be
Now,
fire.
I got a whole scam. I got a whole scam joint scamology for y'all. I got movies, I got series for y'all. I got all scams for y'all. Don't even worry. You know what I'm saying? We just starting over with Charles Ponzi right here. You know what I'm saying?
Who did they did a movie on somebody. It was about like 8 years ago. I can't think of who, but he was supposed to be like top tier, upper echelon scammer
Mm,
movie.
you said about like 8 years ago?
Yeah, they gave him a movie, and it was kind of tough too. It was kind of tough.
You're not talking about Wolf of Wall Street, are you?
No, 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 no. I'm not. I'm not sure. Those. Nah, I would have said that off the bat. It was about somebody scamming. He was like a top tier dude that was scamming just based off of Wall Street, but it wasn't none of the guys from like Wolf of Wall Street or what's the
Mm.
uh, they got Wolf of Wall Street and they got the one with Michael Douglas, and then they got the joint with the dude from Django, young dude. Well, I call him young. And he messed with what you call him now, the girl from Black Panther. He played the Candy Man. Candy, something Candy in Django. Um, you know what I'm talking about.
Excuse me.
And he played the new Wolf. He played in the new Wolf of Wall Street.
Mm. Damn, what? Damn, I'm trying to think. What fucking movie is this, John?
Yeah, you seen Django?
Yeah, I seen it.
The dude that played Mr. Candy. He played in the new Wall Street.
You talking about Leonardo?
Leonardo. I
Yeah.
couldn't say his name, bro. Pause. I just couldn't get it out. Pause. They said it in the chat. Yeah, man. I couldn't. For some reason I couldn't say the name, bro. I couldn't. But yeah. So he has his movie, and then Michael Douglas has his movie about Wolf of Wall Street. But it's somebody else that was like heavy scheming, scamming, and they did a movie on him about like 8 years ago.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, it's fire though. It's fire. I'm mad I can't remember this damn movie. All right, but that's a great idea though. I like that. That's a great idea. My movie, I think that they should make. This is the best time to do this right about now. I ain't even gonna hold you. The movie I want to see, I want them to do a Making the Band movie, like how they had Diddy's Making the Band. I want them to do a Making the Band behind the scenes movie, like how they doing the new clip about the Clippers, how they did the OG, how they did Monica Lewinsky. I would want them to do, a 10 series thing about making a band, whether it was Dandy Kane well, what you call, matter of fact, I do no, I prefer the band because the band had the fights, the band had all that energy amongst each other.
Right.
Walk to to Brooklyn from Manhattan to get the cheesecake. Like they had to do all that. You know what I'm saying? And so I would love to see the behind the scenes of the actual factuals from that time.
Nah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope, son. That'd be a fire ass movie. Hold on. Excuse me. That'd be a dope fucking movie right there, son.
Mm-hmm. And I think everybody would tune in. I think everybody would tune in. I think everybody would really mess with it because the time right now is everything is predicated to this and Diddy, Diddy and this, that, and third. So it'll be a perfect time just to get that for clicks, but make it something very good to watch. You know what I'm saying? Because they've hit on all these other ones, and I know the Clippers one is going to be amazing. I know it's going to be fire. I know it's gonna be fire. They got my boy Al Bundy playing the former owner. I can't remember that guy's name, but they got him playing his character. So I know
Right.
he's a hard body actor. So I know he's gonna kill it. So yeah, so that's what that's what I want to see Hollywood make. So those are some great ideas. All right, so moving on, make sure y'all hit that patreon.com. Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast again? Can the Brothers Get a patreon.com? Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast? Shout out to my brother Biggs in the building. You already know the vibes.
Shout out to Biggs.
Shout out to Art in the building. We appreciate you in the building. I've been watching a whole lot of movies with the killer Art from with these movies, The Terrifier, and he's in the short list of most terrifying movies of scary dudes. All right, moving on to our must see segment: must see movies, must hear albums, must see classic shows. You want to start this one off?
Nah, you could go ahead.
All right, so my first movie, y'all know me, y'all. I be freestyling on movies that I don't feel like y'all never heard of. I'm gonna do something that I never do. I have a theme. I didn't mean to have a theme. My brother always have a theme, but the only reason why I have a theme tonight is because this particular actor, he's a dual threat. He actually acts and directs his own movies. And I'm kind of surprised because I thought he would be the first out of like the London squad to really like blow up on the American side. But he hasn't. But he's been consistent in making great movies, great scripts, and he's been directing his own movies. All right, so number one, movie called 4321, directed by Noel Clarke, dope actor, stars Noel Clarke, the rapper Eve, Thompson Egerton, Frederick Stormer, Susanna Feldington, Emma Roberts, and Michelle Ryan. Dope, dope movie, great concept. It shows four different friends going through four different things, and somehow it meets somewhere when you gotta watch the rest of the movie. I'm not gonna ruin it for you. Make sure you tap into the movie. Again, it's called 4, 3, 2, 1. Next movie that is a must see came out in 2016. It's called Brotherhood, directed by Noel Clarke again, starring Noel Clarke. Also stars Stormy, the rapper Stormy, uh, uh, Arnold Asin, Cornell John, Shanika Warren, Bashy, and Lashonda Lynch. Dope fire movie. This is the third installment of this particular movie where they have a movie called Kiddlehood, Adulthood, and this one is called Brotherhood. This is basically an uncle having the ultimate revenge on a young man that killed his nephew, and you have to see the rest of the movie. I'm not going to ruin it for you, so make sure you tap into the movie Brotherhood. Last movie is called Storage 24. Came out in 2012. 20, right, I said it right, 2012. I said 2012. This one was directed by Johannes Roberts, but starred Noel Clarke, David Fairbanks, Antonia Campbell Hughes, Colin O'Donnell, Neil Dunahee, and Laurie Haddledock. Fire movie. This movie caught me by surprise. This is a movie about a man and a woman having their difficulties in their relationship. They're breaking up. He's going to the storage to get the rest of his stuff. And then something crazy happens that you would never believe. You got to tap into the movie. Again, it's called Storage 24. So my three must-see movies, Storage 24, Brotherhood, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's Thursday night. This is going to be a great weekend. You get those three movies on your must-see. So, yeah.
Fire, son, fire. All right, chat. You know how I do. I always got a theme for all my movies. No different here. So my three movies are all about scamming. You know what I'm saying? But different levels of scamming. So the first movie on this list is gonna be called The Big Short. This is about the 2008 scam with the housing market. So it stars Matt Damon, Jerome Fans, David McCormick, Barney Frank, Billy Ackman, Jonathan Alpert, Robert Gandanza, sorry if I mess up your name, and Andrew Sheng. As I said, it's all about the 2008 housing market bubble and the crash, and they basically in the movie explain how that whole thing happened. So that's the housing scam, right? So next movie is called The Billionaire Boys Club. Came out in 2018. Stars Kevin Spacey, Taron Egerton, Ansel Elgart, Emma Roberts, Jeremy Irvine, Judd Nelson, Ryan Rothman, Thomas Console, and Suki Waterhouse. Billionaire Boys Club is basically about the 1980s over excess of Wall Street guys and how they were scheming and scamming all the derivatives during the 80s high market area of Wall Street. So we got the Wall Street scam, right?
Mhm.
Last but not least, one of my favorite movies all time, best movie about any type of scam you could ever think about is in this movie, and it's called I Care a Lot. Came out in 2020, stars Rosamund Pike, Fizza Gonzalez, Peter Dinklage, Diane West, Chris Messina, Alicia Watt, Nicholas Logan, Marcone Blair, Damian Young, and Nadia Sayez. It's about this like she's a healthcare worker and she basically sees a little glitch in the system and she exploits that glitch and she's able to finesse family members out of their estate, their home, their money, everything. Gotta watch this movie. It's a top tier movie about all time scamming. It's the best one out of this list. So all the movies about scamming is I Care a Lot, Billionaire Boys Club, and The Big Short. So those three movies you won't steer wrong, and you might get a little knowledge on how to stay above the game before you get. You know what I'm
saying? Yo, gotta stay above the game. You know what I'm saying?
They
Yo,
putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta catch it and bring it in. You feel me?
what was the name of the show? You remember the basketball player Rashard McCants? He does like the show with Gilbert Arenas podcast. He was in some movie or some show where they was scamming hard body like credit cards, and they was like their office was like a bus or a makeshift bus or something like that. They was having like credit cards and all types of stuff they was scamming. I can't remember the name of that show. I might have to look it up. Rashard McCants, the basketball player. I don't know if you remember that show. Rashard McCants. And it was about scamming. Like they was scamming heavy. TV show. I have to look it up. The business of amateurs. That's what's coming up from the business of amateurs. I'm not sure if that's the show, but that's what's coming up. So it might be or whatever. But that show was. I remember at that time when scamming was like a new thing. It wasn't so prevalent because everybody was fixated on the drug game at the time. So now the scam game is like the upper echelon type of thing now. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. So that's dope. That's dope. All right, so moving on to must hear albums. So my three must hear albums is number one, the group Inner City Paradise album came out in 1989. I know that's old, y'all, but the music still holds up and has aged very well. Number two, Maya, R&B singer Maya. She has a self-titled album called Maya. It came out in 1998. Front to back fire. Number three, Truth Hurts. The singer Truth Hurts came out with Truthfully Speaking in 2002. Fire album. Dr. Dre produced that album, so front to back there's going to be top level, top tier production and beats on that album. So make sure you tap in again to Truth Hurts, Truthfully Speaking album, Maya self-titled album, and Inner City Paradise album. So make sure y'all tap into those three albums. You have a classic show or TV show?
Classic show, of course. I'm keeping up with my theme of scamming. This is the best show about scamming you'll ever find. 15 seasons of all top tier scammers. The show is called American Greed. Best show. I'm telling you, all types of scams, whether it be real estate scam, whether it be what you call what's that thing? Food stamp scamming, um credit card scamming, like you name it, it's on there. All 15 seasons of pure, unadulterated, documented scams, how people started the scams, how they got caught, what charges they got, and how much time they doing at the end. Because remember, when you scam, you're gonna get caught. You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah,
So these people thought they wasn't gonna get caught. They thought they had the best top tier scam and derivative created, and they all got caught in the end. So you know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
could be scamming out here and you doing your thing, but best believe you're gonna get caught eventually. So
yeah,
be one
yeah,
of these people on these shows and episodes all thought they was gaming the system, and then they found the game was playing them. So American Greed came out in 2007. Again, like I said, 15 seasons. They're taking a break right now. You can catch it on CNBC. They're just waiting for new scams to come so they could drop the 16th season. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So, people still out here scamming. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure a PPP loan is in probably like in the 14th or 15th season somewhere. You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah.
It's a good watch for sure. It's definitely a good watch.
I remember that show, but I never sat down and really tapped into it. So I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna definitely tap into that. My must see show. It's not a classic, but it is a must see. It's only been one season of it. It came out in 1998. This show was called Silver Surfer. The Silver Surfer anime. Had 13 episodes. I thought it was supreme fire. I didn't even know Silver Surfer was melanated, bro. I
Mhm.
didn't, you know what I'm saying? So the way they broke it down, but the show obviously, you got all these other shows rocking at that time, and they didn't even give the proper they gave the proper love for the 13 episodes as far as what they put in it, but obviously the longevity wasn't there because they had other things that they was trying to do at that time, like actually work on the live actions. But yeah, they need to bring back the animation of Silver Surfer, and they should definitely do a Silver Surfer live action, because the one time we got Silver Surfer on a live action, it was actually fire. It was actually fire when the Human Torch was chasing him, and he on a board, and he could dip in and out the board. Then he ended up taking him all the way to the damn to the stars, and Human Torch just passed the hell out. You know what I'm saying? So he's such an interesting character. So make sure y'all tap into that. That's a must see show, Silver Surfer. So make sure y'all tap into that. You got a clone for us?
Definitely got a cologne for y'all. You look good, you feel good, you smell good, you're gonna do good. Definitely need this bottle of Room 1015. The scent is called Wavechild. Very, very good scent. Amazing. Like I said, you're not gonna go wrong with this one. The fragrance is called Room 1015, and the scent is called Wavechild.
Make sure y'all tap into that Wavechild. Get your scent right. Get your smelling good right. So you already know. This next segment is brought to you by Button Snaps, where you get classic movies, shows, documentaries, and original content for your viewing pleasure of only $4.99. Again, Button Snaps. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to rap, y'all. It's time to rap. All right, first subject of the night. I come to find out that the story that we talked about a couple episodes back was a fake. It was a fake. If I mentioned a story about how a girl put hands on somebody's mother, and the mother happens to be her boyfriend's mother, and they had an altercation in the house, and the mother is on the floor, not showing her face, like, yo, call Jerry, whatever his name was. I'm gonna call Jerry. I'm gonna tell him that you was acting a fool down, right? That was a fake, because then they end up doing a second video where the girl's at her job, and she just has the camera on her, and then supposedly these three sisters is like telling her to come outside because they gonna smoke her out, and she wouldn't go outside. Then she drops another video where she shows the boyfriend face, and you know, and they in the car and they about to leave. She's sitting in the passenger side. His mother come and be like, "Yo, you're not gonna do what I need you to do. I need blah 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 blah." So that caused another altercation right then and there. So that let me know that whole situation is fake, because nobody has that type of energy around them day in day out amongst with their parents and their significant other, and then you for clicks. So I just put two and two together. They just trying to get their click game up.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, but what do you think about that? People using uh, which what really is or should be a real situation and making it seem like it's real, but just using it just to get the click, just to get the clicks. What do you think about that?
I mean, attention is a hell of a drug. He's
Or
gonna do whatever they can to get their fix. You know what I'm saying? That's just shit sad for real. Appreciate you, Rowan Jack. You know what I'm saying?
that's a fact. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Who we sending to Turkey? We gonna send her to Turkey. We definitely sending her to Turkey, because
First class.
first class. You know what I'm saying? Because to me that was just so whack. Like people was really like looking at the situation like, damn, like you would really put hands on, on your significant other's moms. Like how disrespectful is that? So come to find out, just putting two and two together, I'm like, yeah, there's nobody invites that type of drama in their life like that. I mean, we got some people that's out there, but day in, day out, if you're with somebody, the last person you want to beef with, obviously, is your significant, and then their mom or their dad. You know what I'm saying? It's just unnecessary drama for no reason. So my bad, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I had to clear that up. All right, moving on. A man named Douglas Barnes shot and killed Samantha McCaffrey to avenge his son's death. So Samantha McCaffrey father is an officer named Mike McCaffrey, and Mike McCaffrey killed Douglas Barnes' son.
Mm.
So what do you think about that?
Oh, that's a tough situation. I don't know what to think about that one. That's crazy.
That I never wanna wonder what I would do if I was him. You know what I'm saying? Because when when things happen to your children, you go into a whole nother mindset, and that's a very scary mindset. You don't even want to think, you don't even want to put that in the air. But for him to make that, he made that decision like, yo, you killed my son, I'm gonna kill your son. But he didn't have a son, so he killed his daughter.
Mm.
So I mean that like, and for him, his mindset is more so you're gonna feel what I feel. I don't want to hear I'm sorry. I don't want to hear you was doing your job. I'm not trying to hear none of that. I want you to feel how I feel. So they didn't give the proper context of how how the situation played out, which led to the death of his son by the officer. They just said that the officer murdered his son. So, but murder is murder, death is death. He's gone. So that type of hurt never leaves. And I'm gonna have to switch up. I don't. Matter of fact, I may switch it up. No, I'm not gonna switch it up. Now, matter of fact, I am gonna switch up my keep the lie alive based on this. Based on this. Um, but hurt is hurt, man. Hurt is hurt. Like I said, I wouldn't even know what I would do in that situation.
No, that's a fact. It's can't really like. It's hard to really gauge it. You know what I'm saying? And being on the outside trying to look in on that. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much emotion and feeling behind it. You don't know what you would do.
Hmm. Hmm. I mean, at the end of the day, he's gonna do time. Two kids lose their life. Both fathers are forever affected. So this one, that one is a tough one. That's a tough one at the bank. All right, moving on to our next subject. Actress Vivica A. Fox says recently that she is finally ready to look for a husband at the age of 60. What do you think about that?
It ain't really about what I think about. It's really what women think about that, because that's what y'all gonna be at 60. Y'all keep going down this path. Vivica A. Fox is what y'all gonna be at 60 years old. Keep playing around.
And say more in detail on what that would be.
Oh no, females no, they don't need no more detail. You know what I'm saying, because there's a lot of books out here. There's a whole bunch of therapists. There's a whole bunch of gurus. There's a whole bunch of relationship experts telling all y'all the same thing. We don't need to tell y'all no more. Y'all got the perfect example right here. So there's no more talking. You know what I'm saying? Your mascot is right there for you. You know what I'm saying? Keep on your road. You have all the choices and all the opportunities you could ever want. And that's one of them. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Vivica A. Fox is y'all future. 60 years old, talking about she's ready to be somebody's boyfriend. I mean, somebody's girlfriend at 60.
Wife, somebody's
Ain't,
wife.
ain't nobody wife for her at 60 years old. That's dead. That's not happening. So, you know what I'm saying? You ain't been wife before. So the fact
What
that you still, the entitlement is just crazy to me. The fact that you think you can play around all the way up into 60 and you think some man is just ready to take you now. You that entitled. Keep playing around, and that's gonna be your future.
what do you think would make her feel that she could get out here in the dating game at 60 and she would still be like, you know, uh like wanted?
Delusion. It's delusion.
Uh-huh.
That's all it is.
I
You
mean,
gotta be delusional. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
It's not based on no logic, because it's not the choice ain't up to you. Because you can't buy yourself. Somebody has to buy you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to buy into your program. You know what I'm saying? And at 60, what? The dude gonna be 70? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait, where are we going with this?
I'm saying, like, Dr. J out there, you know what I'm saying? You still got Morgan Freeman out there, you know what I mean? Like, I know I'm
And
trying.
they not picking her at 60. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not when they can have somebody at 40.
Yeah, I know I'm being funny, but at the end of the day, like, here's the thing, right? In her mind, she probably still feels like she's like sought after because she's famous, she has money, and then probably when most people meet her, especially men, they give her a compliment. She's a very talented individual as an actress. She's very accomplished, but I don't know what pool she thinks she jumping in, and it's like, oh, Vivica, like, yo, what's popping? So her qualifications, like you said, it would have to be somebody at least 65 that has grown children. Let's keep it real. That's just looking to travel and just want somebody to do it with. But I can't see that developing to marriage. I could see them having a situation, but not marriage. So
But the thing is, it's the delusion for me for her to think a man at the same age as her is going to choose her when he can always choose somebody younger. That's the delusion for me. It's like, oh, now you ready to hang up your hooker boots or whatever, and you ready to settle down at 60, and you just think a man is just gonna be ready for you there because you just gonna manifest it. You've been manifesting it for 60 years, ain't never came through, but you're gonna manifest this imaginary husband to finally come and make an honest woman out of you.
hmm
As I know men, because I'm a man, ain't nobody coming for you. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Ain't nobody coming.
I I just want to look up something just to move this point further. So, how old is Eddie Murphy?
You gotta be like in, at least in
He's 63. He's 60.
63.
Right. So, all right, Eddie Murphy at 63, Viva's at 60. Do you think somebody like Eddie Murphy, or in the age range of Eddie Murphy, somebody that's a 55 to maybe 66, are they running her, Vivica Fox down? And I name Eddie Murphy because he still has like a youthful look. He doesn't look like an old man somewhere. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what's like another older dude, pause, that women still find attractive? Uh, Rick Fox. Let's look at Rick Fox real quick. Rick Fox, because I'm just trying to make this make sense. So Rick Fox is 54. Rick Fox is 54. So he's not a spring chicken, but Rick Fox could still pull the late 20s, 30 Jones. You know what I'm saying? He could still do that. I believe that. I actually believe that. So for her to feel like she gonna pull somebody on the husband side of the game, that's straight delusion. No disrespect to her, but it's just straight delusion. Because at the end of the day, For a man to pick her, it's exactly what I said. He's looking for a travel partner, or his children is grown. He's retired, but that doesn't come with marriage. That comes with having somewhat of a life together. You're still going to live in separate places. You're going to have separate homes because at that age, both of y'all too comfortable. So all of a sudden, at 60, y'all supposed to become one. This not the show Amen. When you have 60-year-olds come together and live out their life together. This is not that. You know what I'm saying? This is not back in the the 1980s. This is not that. We in 2024. Men has evolved to looking at the world not with love first. We looking at the totality. We looking at the financials. We looking at everything. Mind you, she already has her own money. That's cool, but I'm pretty sure the man that she wants to be with ain't gonna be somebody that's still struggling. She want to be with somebody that makes money. So we got to keep this all the way real. You know what I'm saying? So and again, if that's what she's choosing to do, great. But don't put it out there, because now that you put it out there for us to speak on, you put it out there. So at the end of the day, is free to be spoken about. So they stupid in the chat talking about Robin Williams is eligible for her, Terry Crews, 55. And perfect example, dude like Terry Crews. Have you seen his wife? Wife look good. His wife look good. Do you think Terry Crews will leave his wife for Vivica Fox?
Chicks ain't put no work in, ain't never seen a gym, ain't never lifted weights, ain't put. It's like, nah, son.
You feel me? So
we always getting thrown the scraps, and we supposed to accept the scraps like they're filet mignon or something. Like, nah, get the fuck out of here, son. I don't want that shit. I'm good.
now I ain't gonna hold you, Vivica. Like I was watching Set It Off like 2 weeks ago, and she was looking so good in that movie.
That's
But
why she had every available advantage in her prime years. She was around wealthy, top tier men, and you fumbled all of that. So you can't tell me it was men. You're the common denominator.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When I see a bad joint that's in her late 30s, no man, no kids, single, that's a red flag. No nigga wants to deal with you. As much as thirsty niggas is out here.
It's a lot of thirst. It's a lot of thirst. And she come from the era of happy wife, happy life type of niggas. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
some sucker free type niggas that was just willing to get your house slippers in and run your bathwater and fuck what he got going on. It's just all about the woman. Nah, nigga, fuck all that. It's
Yeah.
what we got going on. It's what we got going on together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if she cooked, and it's just the delusion of other women, they keying with her and like, yeah, girl, you're gonna really do it. And it's like they'll just watch you just drive off a cliff and hype you up while you're doing it.
Yo, that's one of the things I can't stand about female friends when they have like a group, like whatever one of the friends is on, as delusional that it is, like they all tap into the delusion and be like, yeah, you can do that. Like, yo, bros, we keep it honest with each other. Like, yo, bro, like, yo, for real, I'm thinking about becoming a sumo wrestler, bro. What do you think? Like, yo, I don't think, bro, don't lie.
I don't think you cut out for that, B.
Cut off for that, kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should do something else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And if you say you want to do that, then you know what I'm saying? That's it. I said my piece, you say your piece, and you still my mans, and we're gonna move forward. Just send me some tickets to the sumo bout. You know what I'm saying?
you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to tap into the delusion. Like, think of the movie with Martin Lawrence, with him and Lynn Winfield. What's that movie called?
With who? Oh, you talking about Thin Line?
Thin Line Between Love and Hate. And he used to get his shirts in the alley from Big Perm. From Big Perm. So Big Perm is like, yo, you know how you could get these shirts for $45? He's like, yo, tell me. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, you remember that girl you used to talk to? Her sister. Hook a nigga up. What Martin say? Yeah, You don't want to mess with her, man. Like, like you a good man trying to make a living out your truck. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to mess with her. You feel me? He was like, you smashed it, didn't you? She was loud. Nah, man, I ain't smash her. You know what I'm saying? But she did give me top though. He was like, for real? You like, yeah, like she went crazy. And he still wanted it. You know what I'm saying? But he still tried to put him on so that way he don't look stupid. You know what I'm saying? But he still wanted the joke, even though she gave his man's top. Like, again. So Vivica Fox came from that era of men of their mindset being happy wife, happy life. I don't care if she gave one of my mans tops before. I want her type of. So she fall through them cracks of niggas, and now, you know what I'm saying? In 2024, she ready to settle it down.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, Chuck. You know what I'm saying? If I had it, put it like this: if I'm gonna settle down with anybody older, there's only one woman that I wouldn't marry, but yo, I'm gonna be like this with my junk. You know what I'm saying? It's only one woman. Have you seen Khalees lately?
No, I haven't.
Bro, she makes these posts in Africa. She's in all different parts of the countries talking about. Bro, I don't even be tuned into whatever she be talking about, bro. She be talking about minerals. I just be looking at her, bro, because she does it deliberately when she show off all that. Bro, she looks amazing, kid. She looks amazing. Again, we not getting married, but I'm gonna be like this with the joke, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't getting married though, you know what I'm saying? But if I had to choose anybody older than me, it would be Khalees. And Khalees got shit, she got me at least by, I would think, shit, at least like 15, 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because she around Nas' age, right? So Nas got us he at least about 15 years.
Yeah, facts.
12, I may be exaggerating a little bit. I'll say about like, yeah, Nas probably got us about like 15 years, 13 to 15 years. You know what I'm saying? I gotta look up his age because people probably think we're older than, Methuselah if we don't get the facts. But you get what I'm saying, bro. So I just think it's complete delusion. If dudes want to wife Khalees, I feel you. I wouldn't, but I'll be here with her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We having a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? All right, so moving on. But that's just crazy altogether. All right, moving on. A 63-year-old pastor, Bishop Reed, married his 18-year-old girlfriend, Jordan Goodlet, who was also a member of his church in Des Moines, Iowa. What do you think about that?
He does what?
Huh?
He did what?
He's a pastor.
Uh-huh. And
He's
what
a
do you do again?
he's 63 years old, and he's a pastor in Des Moines, Iowa, and he married one of his parishioners, 18-year-old Jordan Goodlet.
I mean, as I'm pretty sure in Iowa, 18 is a legal age.
Yeah, it is. It's a legal age.
I mean, then there's nothing to really say. We could gawk at it, we could look at it, we could throw our nose at it, but at the end of the day, she's illegal age to marry. She's legal. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, on to the next. There's nothing to really talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And see, it's so funny how we came from Vivica Fox situation. Vivica Fox is 60 and looking for a husband. Here's a man who's 63 and married an 18-year-old woman, young
Mm-hmm.
woman.
Because it's already innately in a man to always go after young
Mm-hmm.
because of primordial instincts of when we was in the wild and we was hunting and we need our women to be young and fertile to carry children because it was harsh. Some children didn't come to term and weren't and then they'll have miscarriage. So that's why you would have to go with a younger woman so she could give birth multiple times. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we innately in us, we always gonna go after younger women. There's nothing. There's There's nothing we could do about it. Just like in a woman, she innately looks or is attracted to, in a sense, after older men, not because he's older, but because of the accomplishment an older man has. You know what I'm saying? But like in the same way, like the older man or the strongest man had the oxen and he had the land and all that stuff. That's because of age and putting in work. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
all the same shit. When it's with women and they dating older men, nobody saying nothing. But when it's men dating younger women, oh, it's a problem. But if it's of legal age, there's nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And people always look at it from the point of view of like the man choosing the young girl or whatever. That is a factor, but also it's not like he took it down the aisle by gunpoint. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, what would be her reason to want to marry this older man? You see what I'm saying? And people don't speak from that perspective often. They only speak from the perspective of, well, you're older, but you have all this mind control over somebody younger. So it's very interesting from the perspective that they always speak of when it's the man that's older than the woman. When technically it's always been like this. You know,
Mhm.
a lot of our grandparents are, 15, 18 years apart. Like grandpa came home from the Vietnam War. You know what I'm saying? And he got married at 28. Damn, how old was grandma? Oh, grandma was 16. So, and because in the US is not cut and dry on every state having to be their legal age change from state to state. You know what I'm saying? So the morality part is different from what's actually technical and actual factual. So it's a very interesting thing, this storyline in particular, and coming from Vivica Fox, who's not going to be able to find somebody. Again, we just said Vivica Fox dating pool is basically 65 to like 75.
You
Huh?
being nice. It's damn near non-existent, my guy.
Right,
It's
right,
damn near non-existent because at the end of the day, she wants a specific type of man.
right,
The delusion sets in when she realizes that specific type of man that she wants doesn't want you.
right.
You know what
But
I'm saying?
but look at her dating pool to the 60. And mind you, she's famous, she's rich, and this 63-year-old pastor is not as, I won't say as accomplished because I don't know him that well, but if you look, Vivica Fox name, you don't know his name. That's the point that I'm making. But his dating pool is not only, if he wanted a 55-year-old woman, he could have one. 40-year-old woman, he could have one. 30-year-old, he got 18. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. Moving on. So allegedly, this was said by Rashawn McCants. He was on a podcast, NBA Rashawn McCants. We spoke of him earlier. He made mention that there's a thing in the NBA where the players, if they not really feeling the coach, the players end up smashing their wife or their spouse. And he named names in particular. Right? So he mentioned in one aspect where allegedly Dwayne Casey, who used to coach the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Toronto Raptors, that there was players on that Timberwolves team that knocked his wife down. Then you talk about the coach in Orlando right now, Jamal Mosley, his history of his wife getting knocked down by a few of the players. What do you think about that whole, thing in itself of players getting even with their coach by sleeping with their wives?
I think Marshawn McCants better chill out and stop talking too much. Sounds like niggas is at some NBA slash Diddy type parties. You know what I'm saying? Because like, what's going on here? One person smashing a man's wife, okay, cool. But if it's a culture of people smashing people's wife in the workplace, it's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all all work together, right?
Mm-hmm.
The NBA is a job, right? You go to work, You have coworkers. So because your other manager is telling you something you don't want to do it, you go smash your manager's wife? What are we talking about here? Yo, human resources is going to have a field day with this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Yo, Karen in HR in the HR office gonna have she's gonna have a connection with this one. You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh.
Sweep this one in the rub. Matter of fact, you're gonna have to pop in the tape, show them what you did last night.
Oh man.
Yo, Mashar McCann's just wilding, son. If that was a thing and it was known and been known, and it's never been mentioned in the public until now, you're sauce for that. You know what I'm saying? Because what would be the reason of bringing it out if it wasn't brought out before? You know what I'm saying?
I've only seen the clip of him actually speaking about these affairs. They didn't show what led up to it. I didn't it was just a clip that was available. I didn't see what led up to him even speaking on it. But the topic of what is the culture in the NBA, and he elaborated on that. But I didn't see what led up to that particular thing that led to him saying like, "Yo, the culture in the NBA is like, yo, players ain't really feeling you, and you get on their bad side, and your wife is, you know what I'm saying? They'll
Oh,
smash you."
so you just talking about a one-off instance. This is not like some.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't see the lead up to that. They didn't show the lead up in that particular clip. That I'm just telling you what I heard and seen in the clip on what he said.
Oh, okay.
So that's a part of the culture. If something ain't right, amongst players, it's like, yo, the wife is up for grabs. So I don't fault the coaches for that. You know what I'm saying? That's you don't have you know what I'm saying? You don't got a lock on your chick box, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa. So, you know what I'm saying? Like knowing that this man is these guys coaches, you straight out of pocket. Like what are you doing? Even if they wanted to smash, even if they wanted to smash, even if they want to get even, they can't get even unless you say no. Or yes, I should say. If you say yes, then they can get even. But just because somebody want to hit it, that don't mean you have to acquiesce. So at the end of the day, I don't really see that as the issue of the coach or the coaches, but he named two coaches in particular, and this supposedly happened on more than one occasion as far as each coach wife, the way he was speaking on it.
Mm.
So
Mm-hmm. That's just weird.
that's a wild thing. That's a wild thing. I've never played for any of my coaches and wanted to smash their wife. Never. Never. High school, college, never. Just never been like, damn. Even semi pro, junior pro, never. I didn't. It never even crossed my mind. So,
Yeah, I don't go after people's wives, period. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Gotta have rules and principles that you can stand by. You feel me? If you can't even stand on your own principles, you're not a man to be trusted. You feel me?
well, I didn't say people's wives. I said my coach's wives. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's somebody's wife. You feel me?
yeah, yeah.
So somebody's wife, period, is off the table. Whether it's a coach wife, a manager wife, a stranger's wife, somebody's wife, off the table. You feel me? At
I,
least that's how I move.
I would be a hypocrite if I say if I've never smashed somebody's wife. I never knew the dude's wives that I was smashing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a buck because I don't want to say, yo, that's crazy, that's wrong, and then it come up that I smashed somebody's wife before plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be a hypocrite saying otherwise.
Yeah, I ain't somebody's wife, so I'm good.
Yeah, no, I did. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, shout out to Sean in the building. Shout out to Sean in the building. You already know the vibes, man. Appreciate you. Hit that like button as you tap in. But that was a weird thing. I just think that's too close to home. Me personally, as far as, your coach, his wife, and you smashing the coach's wife, I just think that's too close to home. Me personally. So it is what it is. It is what it is. It happened. And the word is out. And that's one thing about players. The word gets out. The word gets out. So once like that wife gets smashed by the players and the word starts getting around a little bit, it's like what's the lady name in the movie with Jamie Foxx as the football player?
Oh, Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday. And when she walked into the locker room, dudes wasn't covering up with the towel. They was like, what's popping? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing? So once they get that reputation, it's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap. Shout out to Best Stuff in Media. Yeah, shout out to you. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. All right, so moving on. There's a story that Michael Jackson never used to pay for his hotels because he used to his people used to call the hotels and say Michael Jackson's gonna be in town. He would love to stay at your hotel. Obviously, if he stays at your hotel is gonna get crazy promotion. You know, can you acquiesce? And if you do, we're gonna need the floor. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Michael Jackson didn't require a room, my nigga. He required the floor. You feel me? Which is lit. What do you think about that?
So they saying that they never requested a card on file or nothing. Like just because somebody said Michael Jackson's coming, they ain't ask no questions. And when you get there, they still ain't ask no questions. And while like he's there, they still ain't ask no questions. And then when he leave, they still ain't get nothing. And years later, now all of a sudden he ain't paying no bills. Come on, son. Like, yo, stop, son. The man been passed on for a number of years now. Let him rest in peace. Stop throwing slander on this man's name. Like, he not paying hotel bills. Come on. Like, stop.
Well, I mean, at real talk, if he's staying in your hotel, it's in Jack, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go and get that pub.
All right, so you gonna get the bread back, and even if he didn't pay, you got the bread back. So why even mention that he didn't pay at all?
That's a fact.
You feel me?
That's a fact. That's a
so
fact.
If he didn't pay, but you getting paid off the clout that Michael Jackson is in your hotel and he's got the whole floor, you gonna get the bread back, right? So you still ate.
Right.
So what would be the point of saying that he didn't pay? You feel me?
Like how lit it would be if somebody come into your hotel and be like, yeah, we got limited rooms, we got Michael Jackson in the building, you know what I'm saying? We got him in the building situated. So, word? So people gonna want to stay just in hopes of running into MJ.
Come on. Like your whole block is gonna be flooded if they find out he's there.
And this is not social media time.
No.
This is pre-social media. You see what I'm saying? So you remember how the word used to get out pre-social media? You know what I'm saying? It was word of mouth.
Magazines and all type newspapers. So you saw in the newspaper that this, that, and the third date is when Michael Jackson gonna be in town. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then you have to call every hotel room to figure out which hotel room is gonna be at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then when you figured it out, you just gonna have to figure out which floor he gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of legwork. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I think that's kind of lit though. I ain't gonna hold you. Like MJ, like, yo, dude, like I'm coming up to your hotel, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a whole bunch of pub, a whole bunch of business. Like, what we talking about? Like, what happening? Like, oh, we could do about like, 1,000 a night. 1,000? It's free 99. Nigga, throw in the peanuts. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Some free waters. Throw some of them chips in there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I like. You know what I'm saying? Some extra pillows.
That's crazy. I feel they trying to slime him and saying that bro paid his fair share. You know what I'm saying? A man ain't gonna ask for a whole floor and not pay. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy.
Honestly, I just think that's just the course of doing business when you got somebody like Jack. Like, let's keep it real. If Michael Jackson, if you own a clothing store and he walks into your clothing store, obviously he can buy the clothes. Obviously, shit, he can buy the damn shop. But if he takes a picture with your clothes, what is going to be more worthy, short and long term? The picture with Jack in your shit, and what do? You give him a couple fits that he can clearly buy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So for the hotel, even if it's true, y'all done made that money back 10 times fold just by him being there, taking pictures, signing some shit for the hotel. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Oh, going back to what I said, I slept with wives. They said Santana looking at Ash like you ain't shit, nigga.
Yo, they reading too much into it. Now they mind readers.
Yo, that's
He ain't smashed my wife, so I'm good. That's my bro, so I don't give a fuck.
yeah, I'm not talking about none of my bros.
Right, so
I'm talking about
I'm not
random.
saving all wives out here, blood. Just don't
Yeah,
smash my wife. You know what
right.
I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Bro, I don't do that to my homies. Like, that's
Yo,
crazy.
what's wrong with these cats?
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about random women that I would meet, and they're like, "Oh, I'm married." I'm like, "Don't fuck about none of that. Like, let's get to the room." Like, you know, ain't none of my mans in them. Not anybody I ever called my friend. That's one of the reasons why I look at Tupac funny, because how you smash your man's wife and then don't say nothing about it until y'all start beefing.
Like what? I'm at your doorstep, son.
You
She's
feel
out
me?
the crib and I'm at your doorstep. Cause you say
Like,
you my fans, right?
right, right, bro. Ain't none of the people that I've ever fell out in my life with, I say, yo, you know what? I'm gonna smash his wife. I don't think like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Oh, Sean going in. Oh man.
Just
Yeah.
the
It's that's what I'm saying. Loyalty is everything. A man's word is everything. You know what I'm saying? If a man say, yo, this is my man's, that means a lot. It holds a lot of weight. That means that I trust this man with my life. That means if I fall asleep in a, on the couch, I'll wake up good. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
I don't have
Facts.
to worry about nothing because you know what I'm saying? My man's is good, I'm good. That's what being somebody's friend means. So when you say that's some of your man's and you verbally say it, all right, then you gotta stand on it.
Mm-hmm.
Not turn around trying to smash the man wife. You
Mm-hmm.
look crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless if she a thought or not. You as a man look wild.
And to keep it a buck, none of my friends have ever felt weird about me being around their chick. Even
Mm-hmm.
because I don't move on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about just random women I meet. They tell me what they got going on at home. That shit don't got nothing to do with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here for one night only. Like, what's popping? And that be that. You know what I'm saying? So it happens to the best of us. You know what I'm saying? So
Happens to all of us. You know what I'm saying? This
you
part of
feel
the game.
you feel me? So yo, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But yo, they funny. They funny as hell in chat. So none of my mans even have to worry about no shit like that. I've never talked to none of my mans' girlfriends behind their back. Even chicks that they just smashed. Like
Yeah, it's like as soon as you start hollering at her, she just look ugly now. You know what I'm saying?
come on, bro. Come
And she
on.
forever gonna be ugly.
Now I will admit this though. I will admit this though. Um, if I'm cool with a girl and my boy no longer like dates her, I'm still gonna be cool with her. Like if I see her, I'll be like, "Oh, what's up? What's poppin'?" I'm not gonna shit on her and be like, "Yeah, fuck out of here." I'm gonna be like, oh, what's cool, what's popping? And that be that. It won't be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, pull up to, you know what I'm saying? It'd just be like, oh, cool, what's popping? One of my boys back in the day was dealing with this girl, and I was doing like a big release party, and I hit her up and like, yo, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm having a release party. If you're not doing nothing, pull up. She pulled up, and guess what? She had a good time the whole night. I maybe spoke to her like twice, just thanking her for pulling up. But I seen other dudes like, you know, talking to her, whatever. She was there with her homegirls. She was there having a good time. That's it. I ain't never holler at her, nothing. Nothing. I even told my mans, yo, don't holler at her. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my man's old work. And they pulled up. That's the type of nigga I am. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get that straight because y'all was trying to throw dirt on my name real quick. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was trying to throw dirt. So happy to Amarion,
Oh
unspoken
yeah,
rule.
B2K situation. Yeah, them cats. It was all funny money anyway, so it wasn't. Ain't none of them was standing on real business and real man shit. It was just real kiddie shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what happens.
And to keep it real, ain't none of them really get girls like that before they got into the group. I really believe that. Like if you the type of dude that would sleep with your boy's girl, his ex girl, then you a type of dude that ain't never really had no real experiences. Because when I meet a woman through my boy and that's it, and that's his work or that's his girl, I see her as sis and that's it. We just cool and that's it. Like, ask me how many numbers do I have of my boys, girls, or their wives? I don't need it. What I need it for? What I need it for? And I'm the type of nigga that should have the number because I'm their boy, and God forbid something was to happen. But fuck no. God forbid if something was to happen, you're gonna hear from somebody else because you're not gonna hear it from me because I have no business calling you. I have no business calling you. Real talk.
Right.
So just making that make all the sense in the world. Y'all better make it to episode 100 together. Of course, of course. It's equal part on you boys too. Of course, that's a fact. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We could be creeps, you know what I'm saying? But we can't be slimy. You feel me? Ain't nothing wrong with creeping, you know what I'm saying? Creep. But there's something wrong with being slimy. It's two different things. Two different things. All right, moving on. So they dropped some updates for the new NCAA 25 video game earlier. So I don't know, bro. So they they had some things. I had some things cooking. Like I was having all these things cooking, and I'm still gonna get that game probably early, but I don't think I'm gonna get the bundle anymore. And here's why. So now you cannot take the players from Dynasty mode and put them into the Madden mode. You can only take your my player, basically your Road to Glory player, and put him into the Madden. You can't do what you do in Dynasty and take that crew and put them into the new Madden.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do it.
Mm.
So, and the reason why they can't do it is because of some sort of licensing issue. Because the difference between this year opposed to last year is that this year they got real players in the game, all real players. So they made strict restrictions on those players being drafted into the Madden game.
Mm.
So that was one of the things that they had let be known. There's going to be crossplay, but only for certain things. So the only crossplay is for Road to Glory. I'm wrong. There's no crossplay for Dynasty and Road to Glory. There's only going to be crossplay for, I believe, the exhibition portion and the Ultimate Team portion. So that was like the only two things that they'll be able to do. As far as like updating your roster, so If your players ain't getting enough playing time, they gonna hit that portal, G. They gonna hit that portal. Another change that they made, like in 2014, if you have a good season, your assistant coaches could just up and dip,
Mm.
right? But they changed it. Now you get to control whether them coaches can up and dip or if you need them to stick around.
Okay. Okay. I
Yeah,
like these updates.
yeah,
Just drop the game, son. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just make
yeah,
sure I drop that game, son. Because now I gotta get a PS5. So just make sure y'all drop that game. Yeah, that's it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But the updates is important. You know what I'm saying? Because if they didn't say that about the dynasty, I was about to get the bundle joint and get the college football and the Madden. So because I can't take my dynasty mode, which is 30 years, might I add, I can't put them into the Madden joint. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, ah, you know what I'm saying? So that's what kind of like kills it for me. You know what I mean? A little bit as far as the Madden portion, but I'm definitely jumping on the college portion.
Mm.
Pause. Um, well, it was another change that they made that was also very significant. That's worth being mentioned. They said that there's no longer you take a whack ass team and you just come up and blow up your weight, and all of a sudden y'all powerhouse. Like if you go undefeated, then you can get top tier recruits and all this, that, and the third. They like, nah. If you ass, y'all gonna be ass for a good hot minute, and you gotta build up your shit. So you can't recruit a 1-star, 2-star nigga and think he gonna bust a 4-star, 5-star ass. They like, nah, if a 5-star, 4-star go up against a 2-star in the game, you are gonna get smoked, like how it is in real life. So if you take Alabama and you put them up against like Jack State or Louisiana Monroe, and you controlling Louisiana Monroe, just be prepared to get your ass bust, and not just like regular bust. Pause. Like you gonna get smoked. So that was an update because I didn't even know EA Sports was in Orlando, bro. I literally live 15 minutes away from the EA building, bro. And they had guys come and play the game just the other day.
Mm.
So that was another thing that was worth that you can't just go out there and think like, yeah, I'm gonna take my 2-star, we just gonna get busy. Nah, you're gonna get your ass bust. And then they limit how much you could like edit the real players. You know what I'm saying? Like you can edit some, but you can't go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So if
Mm.
you're in that dynasty mode, it's not like you could take a 2-star. If you edit him, he'll be ready for the big game. It's like, nah, nigga. So they making this shit very real. You can even flunk off the team in this game. They making this shit very real, bro. So July 19th or July 16th can't come soon enough. Pause, because I'm buying it the early version. I'm just not gonna buy. I'm not gonna buy the Madden and the college like I thought I was. So yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
definitely gonna have to cop that PS5, and you know what I mean. Just wait for that college game to drop and actually get a copy, and not. I don't know if I'm gonna download it or get the actual physical copy, son. I don't know which one because we could do both now. So it's like, you feel me? It's like I might just have to go get the physical joint just cause. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's just nostalgia purposes.
Gotta get I'm going to get the copy, me personally, you know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Shout out to Egypt. We got Egypt in the building. Yeah, I gotta get me a PS5 myself. The only reason why I haven't bought a PS4 because I still play college football 14, that 2014 game, my San Andreas game. I still love those games. So I was like, yeah, I'm not buying no PS4. So now that they got the PS5 college football dropping, it's on and cracking. So I'm gonna go get that when that drops. So it can't come soon enough. Pause. And of course, team builder is gonna be a factor. You could take a team from team builder, put them into the game. You could do custom conferences, but you can't create a conference. So it's still gonna be fire, and I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this crazy. They saying that's ridiculous. Listen, man. Listen. Listen. PS4. If it don't have the games I like to play, I'm not wasting my money. It's just that simple. Like it's just that simple. It's just that simple. So now that they got the PS5, I'm gonna get into my college football. I'm gonna get into 2K. I don't know if I'm gonna get into Madden because Madden is pointless if I can't take my players from the college and put them into the Madden for me personally. So, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's that with that. Uh Moving on to our next subject. What happened to Christian Keys, bro?
Who the fuck is that again? That
Chris,
name sounds familiar.
Christian Keys is the actor 5 months ago. He's a good actor, by the way. But Christian Keys 5 months ago was screaming at the top of his lungs about that there's a famous producer director who be on the funny business and he was gonna blow them up and he was gonna let loose the secret, and then when it came down to let loose the secret, he disappeared.
Oh yeah. Now I remember what you're talking about. Yeah, that is strange. It's just very awkward that you amongst now with all this stuff that's going on, this will be the perfect time to quote unquote tell your truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying? Now it looks like it was more of a ploy,
Mm-hmm.
anything else than to really just be truthful and just explain what happened. If something did happen, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now your credibility is shot. So it just looks bad. So you might as well just stay quiet and not even come out at all.
And you used to say something all the time, and I always thought it was interesting, funny, but it held some truth to it. You was like, yo, bro, at the end of the day, these niggas are actors, bro. Like, they act. Like, so at the end of the day, all this shit is a performance. And of course, we said this off camera, and I was like, yo, you always say that. But I always find that interesting. But when the time comes, it reveals itself because he was screaming this at the top of his lungs on social media and everything that he got, and then he did like a couple shows and stuff like that on different podcasts. Like, yeah, there's a dude out here that's moving real shaky and he was on demon time. He was trying to get me to sleep with him and this person is, got all the movies and da 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 da, and he's only associated to one particular mogul because
Mhm.
in several of their projects. So it's like, yo, what happened? So in the chat, they saying he was paid off. Um, and that's not the first time that he was offered some money and supposedly he turned it down because he said he was offered some money for some sexual acts and he turned it down before. So what happened?
Yeah, that's it. It's just the whole thing is weird to me because it's like if somebody offers you something, you turn it down, and nothing else becomes of it, why even talk about it in the first place? If somebody came at you with an offer and you thought it was crazy and you turned it down and that person didn't try to do nothing else, didn't try to slander you, didn't try to blackball you or nothing like that. All right, you turned the offer down. All right, cool. I'm gonna go my way. You go your way. If that is the case and that is the scenario, then why even bring it up now?
Mm-hmm.
So it
Mm-hmm.
just that's why I can't trust these actors, man. I never know when y'all telling the truth. You could be cosplaying right now. You could be method acting. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Until
And
I see some proof and some evidence, I don't know if you acting for real. You know what I'm saying? I don't
and
know if you doing some casting call shit to try to get a role, and this is you doing research. I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
Cause you will act. You get paid to lie. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, pause. But you see how deep that Luke James went into that character on them. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
You feel me? So it's like he's an actor, right? Playing a role of an actor who wants to act. You feel me?
Yeah.
So then he plays a role of, you know what I'm saying, some serial killer type shit. You know what I'm saying? And then the people around don't know when you're being yourself or when you acting, and the lines get blurred, and then just all of a sudden they just don't know, and it's like, nah, we ain't fucking with it.
Yeah.
So that, I feel a lot of the situations be like that. You know what I'm saying? Same shit with what's his face? They don't even talk about Buddy no more. Jesse Smollett. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With goofy antics.
Yeah.
A whole lot of acting when you had your interview. You know what I'm saying? You really had to act that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you had to believe that bullshit you told everybody. Right?
Yeah.
It had to take some phenomenal acting to believe that malarkey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Facts. That's a fact. And then not to mention, Christian Keys spoke on 2 different occasions where allegedly Tyler Perry tried to sleep with him. Where he fell asleep at it was a situation where he was waiting on a script, and instead of the runner bringing the script to his house, Tyler Perry brought the script to his house, and Tyler was like, yo, pause what I'm about to say, but I like the way you look, and I want to see you. I want to see, I want to see you, like, see you naked. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I give you, you know what I'm saying? I give you 6 figures to see you naked right now.
That's what Christian Keys said about Tyler Perry?
Yes.
I feel as though if Tyler Perry brought himself low enough to his position to tell his side of the story, I'm pretty sure it's going to be something totally different than what Buddy is saying. You know what I'm saying? Because why would all of a sudden you have a specific runner that's there to deliver the script for you, but all of a sudden it's switched and Tyler Perry just wants to deliver you, of all people, the script?
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. He gave you that proposition, come to the room, and you went to the room.
Yeah.
Because you obviously got the script, right?
So, all right. So
how did you get the script? How did you get the script, bro? Did the runner give you the script, or did Tyler Perry give you the script?
He was in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I'm saying.
So then he speaks on that. There was another particular time So this is after. So after that encounter, he goes to this party that Tyler Perry was throwing. They made peace or whatever. They got cool or whatever. So he's drinking. He's having a good time. So, in Tyler Perry's situation, he has like spots where you could go and lay down. You know what I'm saying? And supposedly he goes downstairs into Tyler Perry's house or whatever building or whatever. And there's these beds, and he has like a drunk stupor type of situation. So supposedly when he wakes up, Tyler's in the bed with him, and he like, yo, what you doing? And he was like, Tyler Perry was like, oh, my bad, I'm drunk too. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if there's all these beds, right? How you end up in his bed?
First of all, what type of grown ass man? If you sleepy, pause. This is just
sleepy,
like whatever.
Take
your ass to the car and go to sleep, my boy. Sleep it off real quick. Lean back so the cops don't drive by, fuck with you. Lean back. We've all done it. I've done it many a times. Leaving a drunk party, too drunk to drive. Lean back in the whip, knock out.
Yeah.
Perfect. Fine.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
As an actor, as a paid liar, my nigga, you could lie better than that, my nigga.
Yeah.
You took the drink and you went to the special room and waited for Buddy to come through. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing around, blood. Like, stop playing, son. What type of grown ass man can't stay up?
Yo.
You go to sleep and what we doing? Slumber parties?
Yo.
What we doing here?
Yo, chill.
Out, son. Stop, son. Just stop lying, son. You're not no real man, son.
Yo.
Fake acting like a real man, because a real man ain't. if a man propositioned me the first time and I turn them down, then I go back to that same man that propositioned me a second time and go to a party and start drinking drinks and not knowing what's going on, and all of a sudden I feel sleepy and I still stay. Yeah,
Bro, I've never had a situation with somebody went to like their party, kikied it up, got drunk, and just like lingered around, bro. It's
take
like
your ass home somewhere, son.
you feel like yo. I don't even eat out. I don't even drink out. Like I don't. Well, I
He's
haven't
not a party.
years. You know what I'm saying? You feel me, my nigga? Like I don't even. So like yo, it just not added up, son.
There's
Like
a new Netflix series. I forget the name about it, but it basically breaks this whole thing down.
uh-huh,
This dude is a comedian and he's trying to get his writing on, and this prolific writer who writes for this show that he loves, after all of a sudden started to take a liking to him, right? So the
uh-huh,
buddy was like, yo, come over to my apartment for the weekend, right? So bro is so excited, so elated, buddy packing his bag and his girl looking at him like, fuck you going over to his crib for? He's like, yo, it's a writer. You know what I'm saying? We're going to throw ideas at each other. We're going to do this, that, and the third. And she's like, yeah, okay, but why you got to sleep over for the
yeah,
weekend?
yeah,
Nigga dismissed that shit and just kept moving. Even his girl was like, yo, buddy, something ain't right with this situation.
yeah,
Long story short, he get drugged and violated, right?
yeah,
The
yeah.
first time he noticed he got violated. And guess what?
You went
Buddy
back.
goes back again. So stop with this, son. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's
So
crazy.
my point is like y'all showing what's going on, because
Yeah,
ain't no writer that lit to create this scene out of thin air. Because how could you write the scene out? How could you write the feelings? How could you write how a person could seem disoriented and the first thing out their mind would be this line that you write? How would you know that? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
How would you fathom that if that scenario never been something that happened to you personally, or you had a conversation that scenario happened to that person
yeah,
personally? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So you have to have some insight to it. So what I'm
yeah,
trying to say is like somebody had to put you on to this scenario that you're saying it might have happened at some point in time in the whole 100 years of Hollywood's history. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
How many times we done heard about these parties and motherfuckers don't come back from these parties?
yo, it's something about niggas putting the adages on the stories, like, cause these stories are supposed to be like like cautionary tales. Like I don't know what the movie was. It was just a scene, and it was like a Tubi movie, and dude was on the grass in the park, and they showing his face like he like, oh man, like I'm thinking he drunk. He like, oh man, like yo, what's going on? And he's looking up at the sun. He like, ah. And then when they panned out, he in the park laying on his stomach, pants at his ankles, bro. Somebody was just, you know what I'm saying? Like hit him in, but because they didn't make it a cautionary, like, you know what I'm saying? They made it jokey where he's like, oh, what's going on? Like, so it's like, is this supposed to be a something serious or a comedy? Because the first thing I'm doing is laughing because of the acting work that he's doing. He's not being serious. He's not showing no real trauma, no real pain to what's going on. No seriousness. Like, so that's like the adages niggas be putting on to the shit. Like, same thing with the Diddy situation where niggas like, oh, yo, Diddy wrong for putting his hands on Cassie. Yes, he's wrong for putting his hands on Cassidy, but y'all niggas is throwing the adages on it when y'all say, oh, he didn't have to kick it like he was kicking a field goal. Like, yo, stop putting the adages on it, because now y'all niggas try to be funny when it comes to people paying. Like, he didn't have to kick it like he kicking the to the dance to the bad man forward pull up joint. Like, yo, stop doing the adages about people's pain, bro. If you're gonna be serious, be serious. Don't throw the adages on it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I just thought that was real interesting because he was, like I said, it was something that was going on at the time, and this was like around the time where Cat Williams spoke his talk, and now everybody got something to say. Everybody want to spill the tea and get shit cracking about how the industry really is being ran and worked. And it was just like super weird. He's like, yeah, I ain't gonna believe who out here really on that type of time, and he a mogul. It's like, nigga, we know who you talking about, bro. We ain't seen, and this is not no diss to his career because he's a good actor, but we ain't seen you in the Steven Spielberg movies. We ain't seen you in Martin Scorsese movies. We ain't seen you with Michael D. Lee. Pause. We seen you with Tyler Perry, bro. So we know who you talking about.
Right. You're not you're pause. Your top game ain't top tier enough for Martin Scorsese and them. You Tyler Perry level. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. 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 You know what I'm saying? So they saying it was in Atlanta. It was in Atlanta. Oh, you stupid. I thought you meant the show Atlanta. I'm like, I don't remember that scene in Atlanta. The show Atlanta. So yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Um haven't heard nothing from bro. And the last thing, NBA playoffs. From the last I saw it, I don't know who won the game, but I'm gonna check it out right now. But the last that I saw it, the Mavs was smoking the Wolves' guts. Pause. Like they was killing the
They
Wolves.
they ain't get swept. So 3-1. So
No,
at
it's,
least guess what?
it's over. It's 4-1.
Oh, they already played. They played yet.
They play tonight.
Oh, okay.
They played tonight. So the last I saw the game, they was getting Timberwolves was getting killed. They won last game. They won the last game.
Yeah. To not get swept and shit.
Yeah. So, but they got beat pretty bad. It was 124 to 103. So we have a Dallas Mavericks versus the Boston Celtic finals. What do you think about that?
Stephen A. Smith need to put respect on Kyrie Irving's name. You know what I'm saying? He's
Mm-hmm.
violating. They just need to respect that boy. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Time when push comes to shove and it's time to activate. Ain't nobody activate like Kyrie Irving activate. You know what I'm saying? This boy is crazy. So this Celtics and Mavs matchup is, I think, is gonna be a lit matchup. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people saying the Celtics game is boring, but I feel how they play and how the Mavs play is gonna be interesting. How the matchups is, how they change up, how people come out and do different plays and see how people adjust. It's really about how they adjust to whatever each team throws at the other team. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I really want to see. So it's these top tier teams going at each other. And I think it's gonna be a lit matchup. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I feel kind of two ways about this matchup. Like, I'm gonna keep it a bean here, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean. So this matchup is real interesting because Kyrie Irving is playing against his old team, Boston Celtics. I actually think the Mavericks have a good chance to win and beat Boston because Boston is so inconsistent, but Boston has the pieces to blow the Mavs out every game, to be honest with you. But the Celtics are so inconsistent. With Kyrie Irving in particular, Kyrie is absolutely sensational. That man be cooking, right? But I kind of low key don't care. He didn't do it in Brooklyn, bro. Like I'm kind of tight about that. Like my team is Brooklyn. I'm a Brooklyn Net fan. He was supposed to be doing it in Brooklyn, and he was cooking in Brooklyn, but it wasn't enough for us to get to the chip. This is supposed to be the Brooklyn Nets in the chip. So yeah, I'm gonna put some respect on Kyrie name. Like I respect this game. He's sensational. He gets busy. He's one of the best finishers in the game. Yeah, but you should have did that in Brooklyn, B. If he wins with the Mavericks, that's cool. That's cool. Props to Kyrie. He a legend, yo. But yo, if he would have did that in Brooklyn, dog, and he cooking the way he used to cook in Brooklyn, dude, man, yo, Kyrie would have been upper echelon. Like it wouldn't have been no
You
more
would have been.
competition or who if he would have
They
did Brooklyn.
see. They don't understand. Like when you win a trip for New York, son, you are cemented forever. Ask Joe Namath, my nigga. That nigga will never, his name will never die, son.
And that was
He's
like
Mr. And he's still Mr. Wiz. You feel me? And the Wiz don't even exist no more. So if you win a shit for New York, you know what kind of fucking fan base you gonna have riding for you?
forever.
Wherever you got a New Yorker on your back forever. I don't care. Ain't nothing Eli could do, son.
Nothing.
I hope there ain't no popping the tape showing what he did last night type of jaunts.
Facts.
But Eli forever cemented as the GOAT.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We need more GOATs for New York. You feel me?
And you know what I realized? Like, Eli's career for real is dead ass, bro. But because he won the Super Bowls against Tom Brady, it's like
that don't matter. Those are the
matter.
best. And it's two of them. Not one, but two.
So at the end of the day, because y'all know I'm a huge Chiefs fan, but I like seeing the New York teams do well. I ain't gonna lie, I like seeing them do well. I want to see the Knicks do well, but they such a poorly ran franchise, or have been a poorly ran franchise until they brought in World Wide West, and he's been making those changes for them to make the moves that they done made in the past couple years. So when I see Kyrie doing his thing on the Mavs, I'm like, yeah, that's nice, my nigga. Happy for you, my nigga. Happy for you, my nigga. Keep cooking, bro. Keep doing you, my nigga. But
Nah, I feel what you're saying, and I'm wholeheartedly with that. But at the end of the day, it's like I'll be damned if Boston wins, son. You feel me? So you gotta knock Boston out of it. You feel me? So Boston can't win, son. You feel me?
you're not gonna find a New Yorker. I don't care what team represents in any sport of the state of Massachusetts. We rocking with it.
We not rocking with y'all, son.
Rocking with it. Like any New Yorker that roots for a team in Massachusetts,
you gotta get up out of there.
Come on, like in football,
you're not
like
a real New Yorker. You might as well move to Randall's Island or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right, facts. Like if you, I ain't gonna hold you. Right, as a kid, the Chiefs has always been my team, right? But I used to root for New York because they had Lawrence Taylor. But the swag goose sauce of the teams was really the Dallas Cowboys because you got Emmett, you got Michael Irvin, you got Deion. That's upper echelon type tier swag goose sauce every weekend. You know what I'm saying? But my Chiefs was so ass for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were just a bad football team, my nigga. But I've always liked seeing the New York teams do well, but I'm not a fan. Like, but Brooklyn is my team. That's my team. So to see Kyrie continue to cook, it don't matter as much I don't care if he even drops 50 points all through these finals. It won't matter as much as he dropping 30 points in Brooklyn, winning a championship in Brooklyn. It don't matter as much. So I hope he wins. I hope he continues to cook. He's an amazing player. He's a Hall of Fame player. He's on that short list of one of the best to ever do it in the point guard area. And he's probably top 5 all time in the NBA when it comes to just pure talent and bag. Like, nobody has a deeper bag than Kyrie. Like, put it like this: if you took Kyrie's game and put it on somebody that's 6'6", 6'7", it'll be scary hours. It's scary hours now. It'll be scary hours. So I hope they get that dub. But yo, if he would have did that shit in Brooklyn and they had him Garnett, they had him, Durant and Harden, bro.
I think somebody was trying to smash his wife. I think that's what was going on. He got up out of there.
Yo,
you're a good family, man.
yo, chill, son.
Shout out to McKinn. You done let out the bag, nigga. You snitch.
Yo, chill. And if you notice, Brooklyn, we always had a different head coach. Stop smashing these niggas' wives, yo. Niggas gotta get.
Where the decorum at, son? Damn.
Come on, son. Yo, Brooklyn.
Let's at least win this shit first before you do some slime ball shit, son.
Yo, Brooklyn had like at least 3 head coaches, bro.
Like
In the
I could
top
New York,
8,
but we be too excited. We be right there, be fucking it up, son. We just can't wait till past the finish line, then do our dance.
you know what I'm saying? Yo,
Don't
yo,
do this. Don't do the Harlem Shake in between the race. Finish the race first, my nigga. Damn, then Millie Rock at the end.
yo, I ain't gonna front. This shit made me mad, son. Even with KD when he demanding a trade to Phoenix, like, get your funky ass up out of here, man. Like, and I fucks with KD because KD is a Hall of Fame player. But yo, that shit made me mad, son, because I'm a Brooklyn Net guy, bro. That shit made me mad when he was like, yeah, I want to be traded. And go where? To the Phoenix Suns? Squad is ass, my nigga. You got all
It
you
was
need
like
here,
they
son.
told KD, you ain't got no wife for us to smash anyway, so get the fuck up out of here.
Yo, I'm talking about the Yo, it's the alopecia. That's why he don't got no wife.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
you need rosemary oil.
Yo, KD, it ain't nothing but jokes, bro. It ain't nothing but jokes. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, though, like, that shit made me mad. Just being a Brooklyn Net fan, like, and to see Kyrie continue to do it. Like I said, I'm rooting for him. I hope that he get the chip because I don't want to see Boston win nothing. But
I want ballers that want to ball for New York and want ballers that want to be immersed in this culture. Like, why don't you just get home? It's just much easier to just get homegrown niggas. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But the Knicks, I see something going on. So it's like, all right, y'all bringing people that I really want to play for us. You feel me?
Yeah.
But we could do the same thing for the Nets. Like niggas want to play for New York and really. Do you not know what kind of love you get from New York, son? You tripping?
Different. It's different.
It's different, son.
Yo, bro, when Kyrie used to cook in Brooklyn in the Barclays, it looked like every shot looked like a slow motion. He'll cross you, and then defender come to block it like, yeah, nah, my nigga, I'm gonna up and scoop you real quick. And this shit so fire, son. Like,
He would hit him with the undercut, like nah.
yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? But then now I'm out, man. What you mean you out, nigga? What you mean, nigga? So I'm rooting for Kyrie to win the chip. I say all that to say that the only person I've ever wanted to see win a championship, and he played for the Celtics, was KG. That was it, bro. That was it. And I didn't even want to see them win that, but I fuck with Kevin Garnett, hard body as a player. What he brings to the game is like, yo, he got to get one at least. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's doing it with the Boston Celtics. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm. I mean,
you know,
Boston, Jalen, they squad is ill. I'm not even gonna front. The squad is tough. I'm not gonna lie. As far as me being a basketball fan, I respect all their skill set. It's gonna be a fantastic match to see. But I'm just a New Yorker, so that's why I just can't root for Boston. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I'm sorry.
facts.
I'm not taking away from nobody's skill set. Everybody on that squad is nice. It's just they're wearing a Celtics jersey. You feel me?
That's it.
And that's it.
They could have said blue dog shit.
And
You
I
know,
still would have been cool with it. You know what I'm
you
saying?
know what
But
I'm saying?
if you put the green Celtics on, now we got a problem.
Can't root for it. It's gonna be a good series, but I can't root for it. It's gonna be amazing to watch. Looking forward to that. All right, so now we're moving on to our next segment. Our next segment is brought to you by Bravo Section. Make sure you go to bigbravosection.com. Again, bigbravosection.com. Book a session with one of the best photographers in the world. If you're in the Miami area, if you're not, still book that session. Fly out, take care of your session. You got a petty thought for us?
Yo, I got a petty thought for you, bro, and Jizat. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though a lot of people getting a little bit too caught up in this whole Diddy situation. I feel a lot of this stuff is getting a lot of sensationalized. I know it's celebrities and it's this aura and this mystery and this just this tantalizing imagery when it comes to celebrities and what they got going on. And I feel like they're really distracting us from what's really, really going on. Can I say for sure what is really going on? No, but there are certain inklings of stuff. I've seen reports of them finally um putting out the money for quote unquote reparations. They already cut them checks, but it's not called reparations. But if you don't know what it's called, you ain't gonna get the bread. But they told you what it was, but you got distracted by some other shit that they put out on the same day that they let you know about the money being cut. Then they could be like, well, we told you, but you was watching Diddy. That's not our fault. We put on the same day that we put the report that he was getting raided. Oh, my bad. We ain't know.
They ain't
You
know.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta pay attention. You feel me? Another report was the so-called Native Americans that we think are Native Americans. The government went to them and was like, hey, if y'all don't start cutting the check to the real Native Americans, we're gonna start cutting your funding. Oh, but y'all ain't hear about that report because y'all was focused on some other celebrity joint. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta really watch what's really going on because they letting you know because they have to. It's to the point where now the system is crumbling and they need the people to come back and revamp the system. They gotta balance the checkbooks. You know what I'm saying? The checkbooks ain't balanced right. We need you to come back and balance the checkbooks. But we can't tell you we need you to come back to balance the checkbooks because then we got to tell you who you really are, but we can't really tell you who you really are because then that would destroy our position.
Mm-hmm.
But we need y'all to come back because if we don't, then we won't have no position regardless. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
So at the same point, they need you, but then they also need you distracted. So they won't have to pick a side.
Mm-hmm.
So my petty thought is these um distractions I feel is for a reason because everybody in these situations are all actors. At one point in time, somebody acted in a movie, a commercial, or something. So everybody's acting, everybody's lying, and everybody's keeping you watching them, and you not watching what you're supposed to watch. So let's stop focusing on Diddy and all this other goofiness because nobody got arrested, nobody got charges. So what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Focus on what we really need to focus on, and we could really push this thing forward for our future generation. So that's my petty thought. Don't get hit with the chicken sandwich. You know what I'm saying? I know it's spicy and I know it's good. And I know it's drizzled with the honey garlic and all that, but you gotta put it down. You know what I'm saying? It ain't
Don't
good for you.
Zataran. Don't forget the Zataran in
Don't
there.
forget the Zataran. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget the adobo. You feel me?
Yo, just to add on to
Don't forget the seasoned salt, blood.
don't forget just to add on to your point, it's something that we talk about all the time where it be the real shit, it be the chicken sandwich, and then they hide the real shit over here, and all the real shit goes over people's head because they focus on the chicken sandwich, and then there's a bigger end game coming right behind it. So there's a bigger play that's going on, but the chicken sandwich is the Diddy. The real shit, a part of some of that real shit is the reparations, is the reparations, the Indians, as far as being able to cut checks and spread the wealth, and then there's the end game it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Now we got the election right around the corner. Don't fall for the chicken sandwich.
Don't fall for it. It's so funny that all this stuff is just happening all by happenstance. Did Cassie could have left Diddy at any point in time.
Mm-hmm.
You pick now.
That's a fact.
Then that's neither here nor there. Domestic violence, I get all that, this, that, and the third. But at the same time, y'all still paid actors, so I still gotta put a little asterisk by it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because y'all still taking away from people who are really trying to get away from domestic violence, who are really trying to get, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And if you notice, like real talk, don't you find that odd not to get caught up into that, because that's the chicken sandwich that we're talking about. But nobody from our community is really speaking up for her. Like, there's no real like a group that's really behind her. People saying that what they saw was fucked up, but they not. There's no advocacy group that's like, yo, we stand behind Cassie, and this is how we rocking, and this is what's going to be tolerated, and that's not going to be tolerated. So it kind of gives you an inkling on how maybe that she could be moving, because there's a lot of stories that counteract what was going on with her, or how she used to torture the mother of P Diddy's wife, Kim Porter, with P Diddy when they was together. So there's all types of stories regarding that as well too. So, but that's the chicken sandwich we don't want to get caught up in. Like, it's one thing to speak on it, but if we could speak on this and then really be up on game, like how my brother just mentioned, like, yeah, we could speak on Diddy, but you just heard him mention the fact that they passed out reparations the same day as they talked about the Diddy scandal of him house being raided. They talked about the so-called Indians, also not sharing the wealth with the real Indians, of the foundational Indians, of American Indians of the land.
But
So,
you see how, and this is this is also the chicken sandwich with the wordplay, the word magic, right? The the ones who have the casinos and all that stuff, they're Native Americans, right?
mhm.
But then,
so-called,
huh?
so-called or
Right.
supposedly,
So their title is Native American, but then what is Aboriginal then? You know what I'm saying?
right, right, because the foundational Indian, which is that,
And you use the term foundational, which I would rather use, because it seems weird to say Aboriginal, because I don't know what the term AB in front of original would mean. I think it would kind of deter what original would actually mean if you put AB in front of it, right? Because
right, right,
original would mean
right,
original. So why would we say Aboriginal? You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So I'd like more foundational, because foundation is the land. You can't do nothing without the foundation. So
hmm
us being a foundation, then yeah, you being native, that's something totally different.
hmm
Because for you to be native, you need to have some foundational in you to even be here in the first place.
right, right, right,
So what we talking about here?
right. Right. And that's a great word for petty law as well, the difference between aboriginal and native, because the wordplay, and when people think of native, they normally think of native being the foundational people, when obviously the foundation and the natives are two different things.
Right. Because how could you be foundational when genetically speaking, your hair don't even stand up?
hmm
You know what I'm saying?
hmm
So with the hair being down, you can only be in a certain type of environment, which will be a colder environment. So that's why you need your hair down, so it protects your neck and keeps you warm from the harsh winter.
Yeah.
But if you're in a hotter environment, your
You
hair
gonna,
will be up. You don't need it up. But
hmm
and even if you are in a cold environment, you have melanin anyway to insulate you and keep you warm, on top of the coats and furs you would wear as well too.
hmm
So it's like, we're not playing these games no more. You know what I'm saying? This image and this false ideology y'all putting in front of us, it's not working no more. You know what I'm saying? And
hmm
y'all see that. So y'all ramping up the chicken sandwiches, and y'all doubling up 2, 3, 4 orders of chicken sandwiches a week.
Delicious, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Delicious.
Catfish delicious. Catfish sandwich delicious. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
Lake
saying?
Barnell. You heard?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? With the beans from Louisiana, you know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
Roman Jack, I'm gonna share my bread with you. You already heard.
Or about the reparations, like y'all gonna
Yeah, I'm gonna cut my check with you. You know what I mean?
Yo, I'm telling you this right now, bro. like real talk. If melanated people, if everybody get like checks, let's say ballpark. Let's say ballpark, right? Let's say realistically, if we all get checks of like 550,000 a piece, right? Let's just say that, right? People agree to that. Yo, a lot of people who's not melanated is gonna be pissed. Like, why they get that money and we
Then they go back home to Europe because they already calling out back home. They got Italy, they got parts
Italy
of Italy calling you back home. Yo, we got bread, we got a house for you and all, and you know what I'm saying?
in certain parts of Italy right now, they got 60K for every new residents that moved to Italy.
But you gotta be on point with the resident. You gotta be Italian.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You have to be a fourth, fifth, sixth generation Italian to get that.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
So
Wow.
So now here comes the chicken sandwich again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, oh,
so if Italy calling you home, right?
Yeah.
And you've been claiming you've been American, so what are you really?
It's like, yo, let us know.
Are you Italian or are you an American?
Like,
so if you're an American, what is an American? You
right.
can't be an American and be an Italian. You can't
Right.
be an Italian and be an American. So which one are you?
Which one? That's a fact. Yo, there's some things that's ponying up some bread. I spoke on it last episode where Japan is offering, well, there's companies in Japan that's giving families $75,000 for every child that you have. Then you get oh damn, what was it? It was 30 grand per child. And then if you have more than no, it was 20 grand per child. And if you have more than two, you get 10 grand per child a month. And this goes from when they're born all the way to when they're 18.
Yeah, but Sharkeisha in the hood, she don't get nothing.
They don't get nothing, bro.
She got mad babies.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you don't want melanated babies.
But all right, so there's another company that wants melanated men to impregnate the Japanese women because their thought on us is that we populate the community. So
that's the come to Japan and we get shipped to Turkey type shit. Because all of a sudden you want to fuck with us now. All of a sudden. Oh, all right. Nah, I don't want the tofu sandwich. I'm good. Keep that. You know what I'm saying? You can keep that joint. I'm good.
Yo, that's wild.
I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't fuck with us before. Now all of a sudden you want to fuck with us.
Now they offering the bag. That they talking about upwards to 70 grand per child that you come out there.
Now you want my most prized possession.
It's the seed. They want the seed. They
don't want me.
They would just want the seed.
Nah, you want my seed.
That's it.
Kick rocks, my nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I love Dragon Ball Z. R.I.P. Akira Toriyama, but y'all can kick rocks. You know what I'm saying?
Because
you could keep the California roll sandwich. I'm good. I ain't taking that. Nigga gonna send me to Turkey. Nah.
The Hawaiian rolls?
After they done strip my melanin away. Oh, drink this soda. All of a sudden I done turn white. Nah, I'm good.
But it's hella interesting because now that they have this set up, they wasn't messing with us before. So now, like, because we supposedly populate the community and whatever the case may be, they need our seed because they're going through a generational gap that there's not as many kids as there was before.
Yeah, these new age kids is
not having children.
They're not having it. So you know what I'm saying?
So they need men from America, especially melanated men, to go out there and
so my thing is, okay, if that's the case, then wouldn't your quote unquote Japanese culture, how would that work? If you infusing your culture with now melanin, which is gonna overlap your genes, right? And it's going to be more dominant when the child is being produced, right?
Mhm.
So what then happens to the authentic Japanese culture?
See, it's very interesting because the three most dominant gene is supposed to be melanated, Caucasoid, and I believe Mongoloid, which Mongoloid represents Asia, right? But in order to get Mongoloid, you're supposed to have some of that that melanin because the difference in the face structure and everything like that is a part of like the area because where's Asia next to? You see what I'm saying? So
Hmm?
you got a combination of that, and then like the with some of the so-called Africans, or I would say Moors, going to parts of Asia and changing the genotype. That's where it gets separated because you have people who are supposedly originally Mongoloids, and then you have what they used to say it all the time in the 90s, the Asiatic black man. You know what I'm saying? And you know I hate the word black, but that's what they used to call it. So it's like that's supposed to be a part of their genotype, but the original Asian man supposedly is supposed to be a Mongoloid, and his genotype is supposed to be different from a Caucasoid, which people who are not melanated, and then you have people who are melanated that's supposed to be, you know, I forget the technical word. Excuse me, y'all, but it escaped me for a second. But you get my point that I'm making. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, like what now? So now they're offering a lot of money for American men who are melanated to go out there, get it cracking, make a payday. You know what I'm saying? Help populate their dying culture. So, but
Mm.
if you go out there and repopulate it, like you said, now what happens to the original genotype?
No, you want us to go repopulate y'all joint, but you don't want us to repopulate our own. Got you. It's a problem if we together, but it's okay if we go with y'all.
Hmm.
You missed me with that one.
Hmm. So I believe it now. But I remember I used to have, positive brothers around me. I would do stuff like my parents would include me in stuff like rites of passage programs, and they used to give us information like, "Yo, stay away from these sodas, stay away from these candies." Like they're meant to suppress sperm and your natural growth hormones and stuff like that. And as a kid, you don't care about none of that shit. You just want the sweets. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But when you start understanding everything that's going on with it, it'd be like now I get the full picture of what they was talking about. So you know, but
Hmm.
at least I was exposed to that information early. So now as a grown man, it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Now you fully seeing what's going on. So that was a dope petty thought. Dope petty thought, bro. All right, so we're moving on to our last segment, Keep the Lie Alive segment.
Keep the lie alive.
The Lie Alive. So this Keep the Lie Alive segment, originally I was going with something else, but when we was talking about Douglas Barnes, who shot and killed the daughter of the cop that killed his son, I had to switch my Keep the Lie Alive. So that's saying that, if somebody was to kill the person that you love and you was to go back and kill them, it don't make you feel no better. Can't make you feel no type of worse, to be honest with you, because I know this might sound unpopular. God forbid if something was to happen to my child, to my beautiful daughter. Anybody that knows me know it won't be a pretty day, right? Would it make me feel better to do harm to the person that did harm to my daughter? Absolutely. It will make me feel a whole lot better. A whole lot better. God forbid, I will still feel a whole lot better. It won't make her better. It won't make her feel safer. It won't bring her back, but it will make me feel better. So that whole notion where somebody say, "Well, getting even don't make you feel better." If that was the case, then people wouldn't do it. it takes a very strong person mentally to say, I'm not going to get back at you. And you know what? I could sleep at night for not getting back at you. I could respect that. And in some cases, that's very true. But when you talk about taking somebody's life, especially your child's life, God forbid, I'm putting God forbid on this, y'all. So I'm not putting this in the air. But God forbid, it would make me feel a whole lot better if I took your life. It would make me so that notion when people say it don't make you feel no better. How you know? Have you killed somebody? Have you
Mm-hmm.
taken somebody's life? Has somebody ever took somebody that you love and it made you feel better not to do nothing to them? It really made you feel better. So that whole notion to me is crap. Like so, I had to change my keep the lie alive regarding just that story alone.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one because um, it's a lot of principle that has to be in play. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, law and order and justice supposed to protect situations like that. But what does justice say if that person that killed somebody's son gets off? How does that person that lost his son get justice? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like law and justice, yeah, they have that, but then people just go into them gray areas and find little loopholes to go uh to go around accepting accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And then there'll be some gray areas where it's like, oh well, it's justifiable homicide, or it's murder in the first, or it's murder in the third degree. And what does murder in the third degree mean? Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
what if it's in the 15th degree? What kind of murder is that?
Right. Right. Right.
Why does it only go up to 3?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who decided what degree is good for murder?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like then people have the foundation, and then they just start finding little ways to swindle and con their way and create other little loopholes out of it instead of finding the crux of the person. You murdered this person, so you're liable to that happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Excuse me. But yeah, that shit's just crazy, son.
And to add on to what you're saying, it's like honestly, there's only two types of murders that garners forgiveness. One, self-defense. If somebody I love is really attacking somebody and they so happily to do what they need to do, I could be mad, but I can't be mad because you was trying to take them out and they happen to take you out. I'm pissed, but I can't be. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just a part of the game. Secondly, is accidental. Accidents happen all the time. So there's a forgiveness process that happens on that. There's a grace to something like that. But just straight out blatant murder, nah. We gotta run it, bro. Cause that's not something I could forgive, and it would make me feel a whole lot better if I get a good minute with you, because you're not gonna last no 3. I hate when people say, "Yeah, we get 5 minutes in the next room." You're not lasting no minutes with me, and I'm not saying that to brag or nothing. You're not lasting that long. You barely lasting 30. I'm keeping it a beam. That's just by my track record. So that would make me feel a whole lot better if, God forbid, something was to happen to somebody that I love on that type of time. Yeah, nah, we need to run it. That would make me feel a whole lot better. God forbid if I was in that situation, I'm in the court like, yo, judge, you even got to send him to jail for real. Just give me a good 45 seconds a minute. It ain't going to be that long. Trust me. Ain't no guns, no knives, no nothing. Just straight man shit. So I just had to mention that in my Keep the Lie Alive. I just hate that notion when people say, you feel a whole lot better if you don't react. To a certain degree, to lighter shit, yeah, of course. When you don't let people know what you're thinking, of course, that's a power play. Of course, not reacting is a power play. But we're talking about something as egregious as taking somebody out. We're not talking about an argument, a business disagreement, a couple words over a parking spot or some shit like that. We're talking about murder, death, kill, running. So I had to put that out. So, yo, it's been a great one. Dope show. Episode 60. Can't believe we on our 60th episode. And obviously the next episode is going to be 61 on Sunday at 10:30. We're on every Thursday at Sunday at 10:30. So make sure y'all tap in. Hit that like button on the way out. It helps with the show. Don't be stingy with that like button. It ain't gonna hurt y'all. You know what I'm saying? But it helps us with the show. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Uh, um, Shout out to the sponsors. Some of the sponsors of our show: Bravo Section, Button Snaps, and OUV Records. If you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, you can hit me up on Instagram at Ashley Lovechild, or you can hit my brother on his Instagram at
Bravo Section _.
So if you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, hit us and we take care of some business. Again, we're on every Thursday and Sunday at 10:30. Make sure y'all tap in. Episode 61 is Sunday at 10:30. Make sure you subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, and make sure you tap into every Monday Overstand podcast. Why Understand, where you go overstand, special guests. We had tons of dope guests prior, including my brother to the right here. He blessed me with a nice interview. Our last interview was with Jamal Blackman, so make sure you check out that interview. We got a special guest on next episode this Monday with actor Rayon Lawrence. So that's going to be a dope interview as well. So make sure you tap in every Monday at 9:30 for the Overstand. And again, for us, every Thursday and Sunday at 10:30 for Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. It's love. And we out of here. Peace.